Play that back. Play it back. Play it
No,
back.
that's what we're starting it on. What are you doing?
Oh, no.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's how we're starting it.
Dude,
I love it.
I might bleep it.
Okay,
Alright.
start here.
No, start another part. All right, we're gonna do a little podcast because E3 is what, 3 weeks, probably less when I actually get to uploading this because I'm lazy. We're gonna do a little pre-E3. Stop sitting like an idiot. You can't see that, you physical commuter. Okay, this is Jackson, the one that does the videos. Say everybody else's name.
Christopher. Nico.
So,
Swear to Christ.
Say your name,
I
goddammit.
mean, I'm funny.
Okay, it's funny.
There you go.
E3 is coming up real soon. So we're gonna do a little podcast, discussion, prediction type thing.
Little pre-3.
Little pre. Nothing wrong with a little pre. Where's my mouse? There it is. Stop it. That wasn't that funny. Okay. First of all, there's a couple things that won't be at E3 this year. So EA.
Oh.
And nothing of value was lost.
Pretty much. They're still profiting off of their games
Well,
right now. They
what-
don't need new games.
What even did they have at last E3
That's
that
the-
didn't release?
That's the thing I have on here. They're just like, not here. I had bad conference last year. Real bad.
Ooh.
Well,
like, Battlefield, whatever, and Anthem was all they announced, wasn't it?
you forgot how they announced Jedi Fallen Order.
Ooh.
Do you remember that?
I still have yet to see any trailer.
Well, no, there wasn't a trailer.
Oh.
They had the girl sit down with one of the devs that was in the audience, just held a microphone to his face, like, so what you working on? And he was like, it's a game about a Jedi. And they were like, what time is it? It's like, it's a bad time. And that's how they
He's
did
talking about
it.
his marriage.
It was really weird.
No, he just turned into Sans or something. It's a bad time.
Yeah. It was a big mess, so like it's no real surprise that they're not back.
So basically, all
They just need to go and stay go.
Yeah.
So all they have going for them right now is an unconfirmed Titanfall 3 at the end of this year, and
Is that end of this year?
yeah, like they're starting development on it like 2020.
Oh, they're starting development on it
Yeah.
soon. Well, they're not going to show anything about it.
Yeah, no, but and then Star Wars game.
Probably a new Battlefield. I actually don't know. Have they said anything? Have Call of Duty or Battlefield said anything?
They usually don't have to say anything because Black Ops 4 is out and it's
Oh,
still
yeah.
generating revenue.
Well,
At
usually
least I
they
think.
announce them before E3.
Wait, who?
Battlefield or Call of Duty. Usually they announce it like
Well, that's
right
different
before.
companies. Why are you talking about Call of Duty with EA?
'Cause they're the same thing.
Pretty much.
They're the blob that's together.
I mean, like,
Just
I'm not
releases-
one of those guys, but you sound stupid saying that.
I know, but they get announced every year, and
yeah,
they're like,
It's the same game every year.
it's
I mean,
for the past couple years, it's been either one is at either Call of Duty is at Sony and Battlefield is at Microsoft, or vice versa.
I'm surprised there's still no Activision conference.
Yeah. Well, is it? Yeah. I don't know.
Because
They do.
Sekiro would have been a good one to start them off, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, I guess because they just feel that they'll just shove themselves into Microsoft, which we'll get to in a sec. Because yeah, EA. Nothing.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
who cares?
Nobody cares about EA.
I mean, I don't think EA cares about EA
No.
at this point.
No.
Nah, man, we gotta get that them there FIFA money.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other one they would show for
Oh,
20 minutes is
yeah.
FIFA. They'd show like a 12-minute trailer for each different sport. Oh, it'd be bad.
Yeah, but FIFA gets the big bucks, I guess.
I remember this one commercial, I think it was for FIFA, where the guy was like, this is never going out of getting out of the box. And it was like a soccer ball or something that he had. And this is never going back in. And he had like FIFA in like the box thing. And it was like, so he's implying that he's going to put it into his console and never take it out. That's a big insult to the PlayStation. Because he's gonna just play FIFA and not have any other games for it.
We're not at Sony yet, so don't say insult to PlayStation.
Well, that's why we're at Sony now.
That's our transition.
That's
to
the
Sony.
next one.
Okay.
Sony's been because they're the other one that's not gonna be here.
Yeah, they're being stupid.
That's what I roll. They're being super weird.
Wait, if I recall correctly, didn't they try to ape Nintendo's Directs?
Yes,
a few
with
times.
State of Play.
State of Play.
And their first one was VR.
Their first one was terrible.
Yeah.
Their first one was like a 20-minute long thing where 90% of the things they showed were VR. And their big ending announcement was that Liu Kang is in Mortal Kombat.
You mean one of the staples?
Yeah.
Of
That's
Mortal
like-
Like, it was
Kombat.
like
That's like
the
saying
big announcement.
Ryu will be in Street
It
Fighter.
was literally like Liu Kang, Jax, and I think Sonya. That was their
So
big
you mean,
final
like,
announcement.
Besides Scorpion and Sub-Zero, the staples of the series.
Literally could not be like... That'd be like Nintendo revealing Donkey Kong is in Smash Bros.
That's being like the Master Sword will be in Zelda.
There will be a gun in the Halo game. There will be one. You'll see it soon. But it was... And the thing that was dumb about it is that because they had such a bad first one, their second one, which was, like, better, nobody cared about it.
Yeah.
Because nobody wanted to watch it. That one has a thing that we'll get to later, and it was marginally better. But they've also said they're not going to do any conference around E3 time. So they're not going to do a State of Play around it.
Did they even do PAX? Or
What do you mean? Oh, PAX?
because
I
that
don't
was
know.
a little while ago.
I don't think so. I didn't hear anything big
I
from
mean,
that.
like, and PAX this year was just Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah. PAX usually isn't a big thing for, like, big companies. It's usually, like, indie games.
Yeah.
That and it's just a little fun thing to go to.
Yeah, it's more like
Kind
a
of like
convention.
too many games or
For
Games done
actual
quick.
fun time.
no.
Games done queer.
Shut up.
Sony's also been doing... Okay, another thing that weirded me out about Sony is how they, like... How flaccidly they introduced the PS5.
Yeah.
Because they just, like, talked about it in some random interview with some random
And
news
the most
site.
important thing is that it has backwards compatibility.
Yeah. Like, you'd think they would have, like, said that on, like, a stage or something.
Yeah,
Get
no.
people excited. But they were just like...
Hopefully
Hmm.
it has a disc tray.
Have they confirmed that? I didn't read it too much. 'cause,
I
like,
Yeah,
thought
that's
I
like
heard
the
some-
only thing they need.
Yeah, to beat Xbox, because apparently Xbox won't have one.
oh no, I didn't hear about that.
Oh,
Isn't that like the one? Isn't that only like the other, like an Xbox One SW or whatever,
SP Blue Edition?
or like whatever they're calling the new thing? Isn't it like Scorpio? the
They're
code
trying-
name?
I don't know.
They're trying to ape this new concept called games as a service,
Yeah,
where-
cloud stuff.
you essentially pay for a subscription for games, which it's a short term sort of deal.
Game Pass and stuff.
Yeah, it's very short term because you see $5 from a whole bunch of people. While that does seem nice, people are gonna get sick and tired of the same games.
Honestly, Game Pass seems like we're not at Microsoft, so we probably
Yeah,
But another thing with Sony is that when they announced the PS5, like they slipped it just under the rug when they were talking about the really bad censorship stuff.
Yeah.
And you could tell, it's like, oh no, I see what you're doing. That's not good.
Yeah. No, you have to do all the bad and then make the big good announcement.
Yeah.
But then again, if the bad is that bad,
I mean, was that discussion about the censorship, was that an apology at all?
No, it was.
No, it
they were
was
saying that
an
they're.
explanation of I
Yeah,
guess.
and it was. They
So
said
there's
like.
like no rules.
Well, that was the other thing, is that they don't have like a clear rule set. They just
So it's
case
just-
by case.
so
Now
it's
every
just,
developer is like, what? What do
So
we
it's
do?
just, oh, we don't like the fact that you have big anime titty women.
Yeah.
So,
disgusting.
but fucking underage sex scenes in Life is Strange is perfectly fine.
Last of Us 2.
Mm.
Wonder what they're trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Cruiser. Please.
They're saying it, I'm not.
Moving on from the big questions that leave us all worried, Microsoft.
Oh my goodness.
So the thing, forgot I didn't fix the.
No, Sonny.
I wrote down it'll be huge. No Sunny, so all third parties will be here. So okay, no Sunny.
No, funny.
So
Okay.
first thing you put is Halo Infinite.
Well, okay. Yeah, I want to say, since Sony isn't going to be here, there's every third party ever Since there's going to be like a million third parties here, I want you guys to think of any as we go, because there's probably going to be a lot that we won't remember.
I doubt Borderlands will make another appearance because they already blew their load at PAX.
It might. I mean, a lot of things will weirdly show things close together sometimes.
Yeah.
But here, like, we'll get to those after, like, kind of the guaranteed stuff.
Because Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite.
The one that people freaked out because Master Chief is in it. I don't really get what it is yet.
It looks like it's going to have, like, open worldy stuff.
It looks like a re-release of Combat Evolved, which is weird, because it all took place on a ring.
Yeah. I could see it being, like open...
95% of it took place
No,
on a ring.
but Halo 1 took place only on a ring.
Yeah.
It was on a spaceship sometimes.
Yeah, for the first level.
It started on a spaceship, but after that, you just spent the entire game on the ring.
Yeah. Halo Infinite looks like it's going to be garbage, and anyone's looking forward to it is...
Well, what I'm curious is how they're going to be able to come back from The Last Jedi of video games.
Halo 5?
Halo 5.
Yeah. No, I heard that there was some good stuff about Halo 5, but I doubt most of it's getting back into Infinite.
Well,
depending on what Infinite is.
I think the way the first trailer made it looks like it's going to be like open world or something, because
Well, I mean,
like they showed a
compared to
bunch of
most
like
shooters. Halo's always been fairly open.
Well, like what it might just be is like it might actually just be like you have the whole ring to explore. So if you keep going in one direction,
That's
it'll
like
just loop around.
planet side levels.
That's a
of...
fucking...
They might do some things with difference within it, but
That's a walk.
I heard something like Halo Infinite's got like a bigger budget than Endgame or something.
That is quite the claim.
Yeah, it's
How
like
much of that is on development, though?
I don't know, like
Because so far it's been like $5 on marketing.
they asked Jimmy down the street to use his Elgato to capture some footage. And then Jablinski Games was real upset because his Elgato was stolen.
Jablinski literally looked at Halo Infinite and said, like, wait, I know that editing.
I just like the image of Jablinski Games looking through everything for his Elgato and a little child running away to record Halo
Also,
Infinite.
I like that we call him Jablinski rather than his actual name.
That's who he is.
He's Jablinski.
Does he even play video games?
He's played them like twice.
He's like 2 times.
He's played like Fortnite and probably like Five Nights at Freddy's. And he made a big O face on his thumbnail.
He played Brutal Legend the one time.
Oh, yeah.
Is that masturbation?
Oh no. Oh no. Speaking of master things,
Yeah, Master Chief Infinite Edition. Pre-order now.
I am looking forward to Halo on PC.
Yeah, the beta was delayed till well, not the beta, but the release was delayed to August. And I know that some people are probably going to be mad because they promised it like soon rather than August, and that's not soon with
Within my lifetime is soon enough.
Yeah.
and that's not soon with a trademark.
It's always better to delay it like that rather than
because
a bad port.
I mean, they even hired on the guys that ended up cracking Halo Infinite. Not Halo. God fucking damn it.
They're really good at cracking things.
Oh, yeah.
They
cracked
cracked
the trailer.
They cracked this Russian-only game called Halo Online, which was just...
Those are the guys that got Halo 3 running on, or like
Yeah,
whichever
the
one.
Halo 3 multiplayer running.
Yeah.
They hired those guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
like they got a couple like
they probably were like, hey, all of this code's shit, yo. And they're like, oh no.
And they're like, yeah, Bungie had like a weekend to make those games.
No.
Oh, and Rocky's hanging out. Rocky's.
Hello, doggo.
If you hear
Hello,
like
based doggo.
yeah, there's like a three...
Oh, I'm sorry.
If
Oh,
you hear,
jeez.
you hear him
I know.
wagging his tail and thumping it on various things.
Yeah, there's like a 3-inch long dog inside this this sealed box that we're in. Inside this little beehive.
How small are we?
We're like gremlins.
Well,
Wait.
I mean, the channel is called Bees.
Why are we even still alive? Because don't the...
We got all hit
Don't-
with a shrink ray, and that's why we're doing this to pass time.
We're literally Ant-Man IRL.
Wow.
Mark Wahlberg.
We're gonna be the
anything else that they could possibly mention?
for what? For Halo?
For Microsoft stuff. 'cause-
Well, I got a million Microsoft things. Gears 5. Did you guys see the trailer for Gears 5?
I don't know anything about Gears except that General Ram is in Killer Instinct.
Gears 5 actually looks pretty solid. Because if I'm correct, the plot is like... I think it's like either this guy is dying or there's someone out there that they gotta go save. And everybody's like, no, that's stupid. And it's just like the Marcus, whatever his name is, and a girl. and they're the only two going out into basically enemy territory to save someone or something.
From what I can remember, one is dealing with the locusts or whatever. Two is dealing with the locusts, and
It's a big war game series where it's like
It's the start of the evil brown shooter on 7th or whatever.
ironically, this one looks really colorful in like a good way.
Yeah,
Like they're in. I remember they were in like a laboratory environment with like
but
zombies.
you don't understand. It's a brown shooter. It's
brown.
bad.
That's racist. I'm glad we held on that for just long enough.
And then,
But I've never really been interested in Gears, but that's the most interested I've been was in the Gears 5 trailer.
probably gonna get crucified, but I like Mass Effect.
Oh yeah, why would we all? I'm pretty sure all of us like Mass Effect.
Not you.
I enjoyed what I played of it.
Yeah, like 3 minutes of it.
It's all I could get through, man.
You think they're going to announce Mass Effect 7?
No.
No,
No.
they wouldn't dare.
We should have talked about that at EA. Remember when they yeeted that franchise out the door?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that series is dead.
Yeah, BioWare is pretty much getting the old Yeller treatment like Joe would and
Yeah.
Visceral.
You know what Microsoft's definitely going to have? Car game that goes on for way too long.
They're gonna announce a car.
They're going to be like, the new game, Car City, allows you to drive a car in the city. And then they're going to show the car driving the city.
And then there's like gonna be one guy in a NASCAR hat, like clapping his like wings, his meat wings, violently. He's gonna slap his thighs together and squint.
You're just gonna show car game. You're gonna hear a guy go.
Yeah, there's gonna be Connor. He's gonna be there. He's gonna wait for the car.
Since when were you a fucking Tatooinean sand person?
No, that's how I scare him away.
Tuscan Raider.
When I see Tuscan Raiders trying to get guys, I go up and go. "Oh!"
Sound like a fucking car horn. You should see a doctor.
I should, but for many other reasons.
And then what's this you wrote here on your little script? You
Oh,
well,
great!
Something
It's
something that people forgot. Last year they announced Battletoads,
Oh yeah.
and it looked like it would be like hand drawn animation, which I'm just like, thank you. One instance of hand drawn animation in the sea of not.
Yeah.
In other news, GameStop employees are going to start
Yeah.
being extremely suicidal.
Oh, no.
Well, no, GameStop employees are going to rise beyond. They'll call them like, do you have Battletoads? And they'll be like, yes! Yes!
They
Is
literally
it for-
reach through the phone and
Is
like
it for
fucking,
we?
No.
They like reach through the phone and like just start strangling the person on the other end of the line. Just
What are you impersonating? Are you impersonating the employee or the caller?
The answer is yes to that.
Are you having a giggle? You're gonna
My
laugh.
favorite part is that we listed card games as lasting too long is the shortest thing we talked about.
Yeah, because none of us actually care about card games.
The
I
only-
remember last year.
Hey audience, if you care about card games, kill yourself in real life.
Don't do
Get
that. Finish the
in
video
in Minecraft.
first.
in Minecraft, in real life, in Minecraft.
In Terraria.
Last year when Mark and I were watching it, because we were like, well, this has been pretty good. And then they showed car game, and then they stopped to talk about car game rather than Halo. And I just remember hearing Mark get up to get a drink of water.
He's a character.
Yeah. Too bad he's not here.
An absent
It's a shame he
character.
died.
He died on the way back to his home planet.
It's a shame he died trying to escape from the natives.
Don't say
So
these
what's
things.
next?
Next thing. Other rare games. This is more just kind of a
Oh.
theory.
Oh lord!
I wrote a few because like there's Killer
Oh.
Instinct, Banjo Conquer.
Say the word again.
Killer Instinct.
Oh, say it again.
Don't know.
You fucking freak.
When was the Killer Instinct game released? Wasn't it 2013 or something?
Yes.
2014.
Something
It was a long
somewhere
time ago.
around.
It was a launch
2014.
title for Xbox One. Put
Yes.
it that way.
And they stopped updating it like a little while ago.
And then they launched it for Windows like
I think they updated a little bit after
2017.
it came into Windows. But yeah, because they did all that, and I would not be shocked. 'Cause I don't think Double Helix has done anything since then.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't be shocked if they did something with that.
yeah.
Think there will be like 8-way run, or will it still stay 2.5 dimensional?
Oh, it's still gonna be two.
Oh yeah, they would have. Like, are you talking about a 3D fighting game?
I don't think Killer Instinct would work in 3D.
Killer Instinct's
honestly.
never been like that, and I don't think they would do it like that.
Yeah, I mean, I know Midway tried, but then again, where's Midway?
I still think.
Wait, what? Oh, when Midway did like Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, Midway doesn't make a Killer Instinct.
See, I really want an 8-way run Mortal Kombat fighter. I think it would work really well, especially since they have a huge hard-on for environmental stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the
That's
Crypt
literally-
was like in 3D, and
That was
new one.
literally all of the PS2 games.
Yeah.
Remember they did the weird story mode Mortal Kombat games where you run around and fight guys?
Yeah, it was good.
Man, Mortal Kombat's a weird franchise.
It is, isn't
Let's
it?
talk more about Killer Instinct.
Let's talk about Killer Instinct because I love it.
Were there any classic characters that didn't come back for the recent?
I think
so
Killer
not.
Instinct is only classic characters.
Yeah, because they didn't make any new ones. Well, except for the crossover ones.
Yeah, they had Arbiter, General Ram, Rash, and
I think
they
that
had
was
like
it.
revamped versions of original characters.
Yeah, they had a
like,
few like Shadow
There was
Jagger
Hisako and then Shin Hisako.
Yeah.
And
At a certain point, they're kind of like, just like, yeah, get some in there.
and then
Make Goku blue.
and then
That's
there
good
was
enough.
and then there was Evil Jago and then Omen, which is Jago's rogue stand.
Oh,
Because
I didn't know about that one.
Because Jago's imagine Ryu but cool.
Yeah.
And how cool is Ryu already?
Yeah. Yeah, no, the Killer Instinct is great.
Ooh, it's
Which is
good.
funny because Double Helix has made a lot of really bad games
Yeah.
before that. Like, just nobody knew they were really good at
I
making
hear
fighting
the word
games.
Double Helix and I think, oh, shoot the game.
Well, they made like that Silent Hill, was it Homecoming?
Homestuck.
One of those. They made like a not great one, and then they made a few other not great movie tie-in games. We really got a chuckle out of that.
Connor's killing himself at his own joke.
The best part was the delayed reaction to it.
He's just like, nobody.
Are you just imagining the Homestuck Silent Hill version?
Yeah.
Is how
It's
horrible
already
that
a
would be?
fucking horror show. What are we talking about?
Remember all those girls at high school that dressed up as Homestuck characters for Halloween?
And then everyone shot them.
That's the same exact thing I was thinking.
We
God,
We do
How
live
I
in
wish.
America.
God, how I wish.
Don't say,
How I pray.
don't say these things, Nico.
Yeah, stop getting
In
religion.
Minecraft.
Okay. Is that the way around it every time?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you gotta be creative. You gotta say in Terraria.
Speaking of Minecraft, I heard they're adding a new brick.
I can see. Welcome everybody to Minecraft. We added 3 new bricks. It's a blue, and a blue, and a blue.
We now have colored bricks. The red brick is no longer
repres-
alone.
They represent the multitude of races in America.
We can now have blue sand. We can now have brown sand. We can now have green sand.
You cannot have red sand though. That is illegal.
Nico killed himself in real life in Minecraft.
I'm thirsty. What do you want?
I hope that picked up really badly.
I hope you got bit crushed.
Something that I should also point out. Apparently, there's been some rumblings of either like Banjo or Conquer existing again.
No, are you thinking of
You can do it. What am I thinking of? I don't know what I'm
Banjo
thinking
or Conquer, I think.
of. Good. Good job. Excellent.
What was that really bad like knockoff game? That
Ukulele.
Was, yeah, that. I was thinking of that, but it was so not memorable that I couldn't remember it.
There's some shenanigans like that have been rumory stuff.
Is that company still around?
Platonic, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Maybe they'll be better at their second attempts. Ignore me. Can I also say I feel like they missed their best time to make a new Conquer game, because there was that time period when like Newgrounds and stuff was big, and like the internet was like starting out and being all edgy humor and everything. That was the time to release a new Conquer game, because that's when it was all about just stupid, like
Crude humor.
what was that squirrel that like. He was just like a sped up voice, like, "You'll feel my squirrely wrath." Remember those animations from like?
I think you're thinking of Nutshack.
No, it was animated better.
I doubt that, good sir.
Like it was during that time period where like Brawl Taunts was king of the internet. So like a stupid talking squirrel that like says racial slurs would have been top tier.
Racist Mario?
But now if they make it and Conker burps, there's gonna be like an article about it.
You know, there was actually a scene that was legitimately too disgusting for Conker.
Why am I just realizing the similarities? They're both degenerates that fall apart the moment they fail at their life.
There was a scene that was legitimately too disgusting for Conker, where squirrel soldiers were being vivisected.
Ah,
Yeah.
wasn't that was during the war part, wasn't it?
Yep.
No, was that the one that they changed for the remake, or
No, they cut it.
They cut it
completely
entirely?
from
Yeah.
the original run because it was that disgusting.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
They overdid it. You think that what they released was a little overdone? No, there was more.
You bounce and plant a breast.
I was gonna bring up the Great and Mighty Poop.
Okay.
Yeah, him too.
He poop.
He is poop.
So third parties?
Yeah. These are just a few that I wrote down just as ones I remember. If there's any other ones you want to bring up, we'll get to them. But
Well, I mean, there's
okay, call it right now. Which one's going to be at this event? Is it going to be COD or Battlefield? Because I don't think they'll be both.
It's gonna be COD because it's too soon for a new Battlefield.
Okay.
and on top of that, EA isn't showing up. So
Well, their games might. I could like. They're
It's
not
weird
doing
that
a
you
concert.
put Battlefield in with third parties.
Because it's a third party game for Microsoft.
Did you not
It's
know
an
that?
EA.
Yeah, and this is the Microsoft segment because it's a third party. Do you not know how video games work?
I'm just confused. I would think Battlefield would be at EA conference.
Well, if they're not having, they've done it where it's showed up at other ones as well.
Oh, fair
Last
enough.
year they were at the EA
I've
conference.
only,
I
and
wanna
they didn't get
say-
Microsoft.
I've only ever seen last year's.
if I could give a serious answer, I want to say that seeing as Blops 4 is still making money, it's probably going to be another Battlefield because they literally have to vomit their small intestines back into their stomach and try again with a new.
Yeah, that hasn't been
Battlefield.
good. I think it'll be Call of Duty just because that's the one that pays more money, and since like Battlefield did worse last time, Call of Duty's in the advantage state.
Call of Duty do what Battle don't.
Yeah,
Either way, it's gonna be copy and paste.
it's gonna be.
Unless
I mean, they did
unless it's-
add health kit healing. Like you can't just rub the jam off your
It's
face.
gonna be man running around. He's gonna shoot bang. And it's gonna do an
unless
explosion.
they do something like Battlefield 1 and like do something.
They did. They did
new
Call of Duty
for
World War
once.
II. And then everybody forgot about it.
I mean, like
Well, that's where they started.
if they did like if they pulled a mountain blade and did like the Napoleonic Wars, that'd be interesting.
Which okay? What
Call
was
of Duty
last year? Was that
Caveman.
Black Ops 4?
What?
Yeah,
Call
last
of
year was
Duty
Did I
Black Ops
completely
4.
forget? They made a 4?
Yeah, they did.
This is also in the future?
Yes. It also has a battle royale.
It has hero
Oh
classes.
yeah, I forgot that about it. Man, I don't remember
That's
Call
how
of Duty.
DSP played all the time.
Call of Duty's weird.
Yes, it is.
Sponsored by DSP.
It's a lot cheaper to do
You
science.
can't afford sponsorship when you're crazy.
It's a lot cheaper to do science fiction because you don't have to pay for patents for real guns.
You know what? That is actually true.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
Just make up your own and do bigger shoot. Another one, the Cyberpunk, what is it, 2027?
2077.
77, that's it. Okay.
I mean, guarantee it's gonna be seen.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much
And
guaranteed.
then
Yeah.
they're gonna say
Mhm.
release date 2077, and they're gonna say gotcha, and then it says like 2021.
I would really like it if they did something like that.
That
They just did a
seems
big,
right up their
"Ha,
alley."
Goofers, we did it.
Yeah,
Is Cyberpunk? That's like a sequel to a thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
is it?
Yes.
Is it
There
another
was a
sequel to
Cyberpunk-
System Shock? Or
Is that what you've played that one, right? Or am I getting that mixed up with I Divine Cybermancy?
Yeah, it's
Because
I.
they both have cyber in the name.
Yeah,
and I forget.
I is essentially a bunch of Belgian freaks who are like, it's just too long, new cyberpunk we make.
Also, but it is based on a similar thing.
Isn't
Yeah,
it a combination
I
of cyberpunk
essentially
and-
apes.
Isn't it? I is a weird like fanfic of like Cyberpunk and Warhammer.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was right to think so.
Yes. Except you see, the gameplay will not be as jank in Cyberpunk. Because-
it's made by the Witcher guys.
It's made
Yes.
by wizards.
And they've got all the money in the world.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully that doesn't go to their head and they ruin the project.
yeah, hopefully. I mean, we've seen it where, like, these are the cool developers, and then they become not cool.
And then they shit the bed.
Yeah.
Oh,
They-
respawn, please.
They take,
Oh!
they eat Taco Bell and then eat milk of magnesia.
Hi, Visceral. Hi, BioWare. Oh, no. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Visceral was too young.
They were so too young.
Aw.
They got 2, and then they
My
died.
favorite part is that like the lead guy of Visceral is like Dead Space 1 is the greatest thing ever, and then he left immediately.
Yeah, because they were trying to shove their dirty fucking linear storytelling.
Well,
Isaac
weird
fucking-
co-op horror game where like crafting stuff, and it got weird.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're EA, taste our cock,
Yeah.
and he's like,
That is one where I also firmly believe EA was like, it must be the multiplayer.
Yeah.
EA probably has ruined way too many
Oh yeah.
companies.
How? Okay.
there's a laundry list, and we're not getting into it
Yeah.
here.
We can do
Um,
that at the end.
We'll do a few things. So the Cyberpunk, it is similar to I Divine Cybermancy, where it's like
yes, it's gonna be a little bit cleaner though. It's not.
but it's
gonna
like
be,
first person
It's not going to be a
do
source
mission,
yeah.
do missions based on with like all these different
Mhm,
virtual.
yep.
I could see that. That probably will be real good.
game.
It's
It's just going to melt PCs.
Yeah, that too.
It's also weird because the first trailer was shown off in 2014.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that like,
Or was it before?
well, I think they announced it a while ago, but then they like officially re-revealed it in 2017 or last year, whatever.
We're gonna have another Last Guardian on our hands.
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh.
Ouch.
These guys do things pretty frequently.
Hopefully it does end up like Last Guardian, though, and come out great.
Not like Duke Nukem Forever.
We're not getting to Borderlands yet.
Although we can't talk about Borderlands if you want, because that might show up here.
I mean, you don't know too much about it.
I know it doesn't have microtransactions.
And it doesn't have Battle Royale.
It
remember,
doesn't need them.
remember when he was like, doesn't have microtransactions, and everybody was like, yeah, it does. And then Randy Pitchfork was like, and he made that exact noise on Twitter. I'm not even sure if the mic picked that up.
If it did, but it's real faint, just turn the gain way up.
But isn't Randy Pitchfork just a big ape?
Yeah,
He's a bit of an ape. I'll be perfectly honest.
I think Gearbox will be much better once they kick him out and replace him with literally anyone else.
Yeah.
Just because you worked on a lot of the early 2.5D shooters like Blood and
Quake and Unreal and all
yeah,
that.
just
Because
you
you were
were-
a pioneer in the shooter genre doesn't make
doesn't
you
mean you
untouchable.
get to swing your big bat dick at a or rather
Claptrap.
yeah. Yeah, because if I recall correctly,
Okay,
Claptrap.
okay. When you said that, I imagined him swinging his dick at the claptrap from Donkey Kong, and just running up and snapping it,
That'd be
and
good.
him screaming
And
about
then
it
it's
on
like,
Twitter.
it's gone, it's magic.
It's good. It's mad. Shut up. No, but seriously, Randy Pitchford beat the shit out of Claptrap's voice actor for asking for money. for
Oh,
his-
no.
Yes.
Isn't he the entire reason Aliens Colonial Marines happened like that?
Yes.
Because he just was stealing money from
Yes.
Sega the whole time.
And nobody knows how the lawsuit went.
Oh.
There's probably a lot of NDAs because Sega's probably just being too nice.
Remember when Borderlands 3 was going to have a nice, non-controversial launch, and then he just strolled up and made it worse?
Yeah. Hey, you remember when...
Oops, I left my child porn on the table.
Wait,
No,
wait, really?
It's not child. It's called Barely Legal...
Oh, no!
Barely Legal Cam Girl Squirt.
Oh, no!
Get it right.
That was the magician thing.
That's the magician. He had no idea how she was fitting that much liquid up there.
Ah! It can be impressive sometimes.
You You will never be as justed as Randy Pitchford.
Like, is it like it seems there's kind of been a running theme of Gearbox doing really bad things. You're like, why are you guys are talented? Why is it going so bad? It's like, oh,
you just have one of those like novelty teacher pointers where it's like the gloved hand is just like that, and everybody's just apathetically pointing it at Randy. And then he goes on a cocaine and steroid infused bloodbath frenzy.
See, if he was gone, all this would be amazing. Borderlands would be top of every chart in the world,
and
launch
Claptrap
on
would actually
Steam.
get fucking paid.
And
just keep envisioning the Donkey Kong Claptrap and just having him give him money.
Just like, imagine if, like, what's a good comparison? Like, the character that sold the game, and you don't pay the voice actor. Imagine if the voice actor for the Minions weren't getting paid.
Oh,
And they're like doopa da boo boo, and that translates to we're
Give me my money, ho!
It'd be like if Marvel didn't pay Thanos.
Literally, yes.
Pretty much.
As a somewhat side tangent, why is it that like every well-known like Eastern like Japanese developer is like highly regarded, but then every single time there's like a well-known Western developer, it's all in like massive infamy and hatred.
I think it's because Japan doesn't believe in evil. They haven't invented evil yet.
I think some of it is that like in a lot of these cases, like the guy that we
They
know.
keep banishing it to America.
Well, I mean, if
always
you
the
want
reason.
like a somewhat legitimate answer, I can't claim to know how
Phil
everything.
Fish was right.
I can't claim to know how everything in Japan works, but I do know that they are doing way fucking worse economically than us, and screwing up means
It's
you
because they're not making babies.
starve.
They're not making enough. We need
I mean,
we need the real man's world.
fucking Shinzo Abe is like, you can't make an anime anymore if it's not about family matters.
It's about family.
So basically, they're just in like they're in a continual last wind.
Yeah.
They like an anime last wind, but it's just been going for like years.
No, they're in
If they
their
don't, they're gonna
second
die.
wind.
If
They
they
keep
don't,
going
they're gonna
down,
die.
reviving, and then going down, reviving.
Basically, Shinzo Abe is like, waifus, now do
That's the
something.
thing keeping them alive.
Yes.
We need to keep them horny. Go. Get their dicks up. Go.
Get Elon Musk in here. We need real cat girls right now.
Stop being gay. Go.
All right, next one. The Jedi Fallen Order.
I've seen nothing.
Yeah, I thought you actually did see the trailer.
No.
It's like a CG thing of a Jedi man doing a bunch of
It's
stuff.
a big CG thing?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's a
Yeah.
big nothing then.
It is made by Respawn though.
Oh, Lord, I came. Wait, how are they making time for that with... Oh, makes sense, because Apex has no updates. So that means... No, that makes it obvious then.
Yeah.
No, it's a perfect game. Just play it.
If I'm correct, it is also just a single player game, just entirely single player.
Thank
So,
I mean,
Fucking God.
Respawn's pretty good at that.
so it might even and like Apex doesn't have a story mode, so maybe the single player guys went there and the multiplayer guys went there.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you took it as a joke, but Apex has been having less and less big
Yeah.
updates.
Made like the most money immediately, and then they just forgot.
They were just like, yeah, that worked.
I want one of them.
essentially-
I want one of the developers to tweet out, "Hey, I finally found the keys to the office. We were locked out of there for a little bit."
It's like they're enjoying their they're enjoying their splendor in EA's limelight right now, and they party way too hard. In
just, like-
a fucking The Hangover fashion, they lose the keys to the office.
I really like the image of them being like, man, that Apex party was crazy. What do we get next on the list? ATST.
I want one of them to like live footage of them entering their office, and it's just Rich Evans in there.
It's just
No,
the walls texture is his face.
All the computer
Someone
screens have
modded
just his
their
face on
real
it.
life.
In their real life in Minecraft.
All right, one other thing. How many games do you give them before EA kills them? Like, how many more do they got before?
I
give
think
it-
Titanfall 3 will be their last good one, if they even make it there.
You think they think they're gonna make Jedi, then they're gonna make Titanfall, and then EA's gonna be like, "Now die," and they're gonna make 2 bad games and go away forever?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sad day, but
Yeah, I don't think... Because Respawn is too talented, I think.
yeah.
Respawn will be the one to get away. They'll just be like, see this here contract? Nah, son.
I do think they'll do they'll some of the big guys will just escape and form their own company, because that's exactly what happened when they made Respawn,
Yeah.
as they skedaddled away from Activision.
Wait,
Hence the
so you're
name.
saying Respawn will respawn?
Yeah, it'll be what's another word for respawn?
Reset.
Because they already
They're
respawned the
gonna
first
bite
time.
the dust themselves.
The preemptive God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Another one. Ori Will of the Wisp. I don't think anybody has played that
shit.
game.
A new Ori?
They announced that last year. It looks actually really good.
I mean, Ori and the Blind Forest look amazing.
I haven't played it, but it just looks so cool.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, it came to PC somewhat recently, so I
Yes.
might give it a try, because those games I've heard are like top tier Metroidvanias.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I saw Ori got into like Rivals of Aether, and he looks really cool in it.
Yeah.
That's just a cool game. I doubt most of you guys are sitting there not knowing anything, and even Rocky's making noises. He does that. Is there any other game that you guys
just
can
a
think
few
of?
that I wanted to talk about. I think this is like big. This is like big rumor.
You
like,
can
dark-
throw a stone to the ocean and hope you hit a fish.
This is like dark.
That's a weird
Whispers.
metaphor. It just came up.
That it worked, but the dark whispers is that there's going to be an Earthworm Jim 4.
No, I heard of, yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
think that's way more legit.
Okay.
Because I think the creator was talking about how, like, Twitter people were mad at him because he was going to make something.
He was making Worm Odyssey.
Shut up.
Cut that out.
I don't know if that'll be
bullshit.
here, because it sounds like that's a little earlier in development.
Yeah, I know Doug is.
Doug Walker.
No, Doug Tanagle.
What'd you
Same
do?
thing.
Doug Walker's just Earthworm Jim in real life.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
In
Um,
Minecraft.
What other ones did you want to...
I wanted to say that there could be a Cotton remake.
What?
You remember?
Choose your words carefully.
No. It's something. They featured the character in the newest Umahara Cow.
I don't know what many of these words are.
Are you saying like Panorama Cotton?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Yes.
Let me...
Remember JonTron made that Japanese shooter game?
Oh,
Yeah,
that
there's gonna
one,
be a
that
new one.
Sega
It's
one that was like 60 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either going to be a rerun
Also, I
Of
like
the
how we
first
know
game?
that game as the one from the JonTron
Yeah.
episode.
or it's going to be a completely new game. I don't know,
Huh.
but that one's confirmed. Other than that, I don't really got nothing right now.
One thing I will say, you reminded me of it though. There's gonna be some anime game there, because 2017 they announced Dragon Ball Fighters, and then 2018 they announced Jump Force, which but big drop of quality there.
Yeah.
The only thing good about Jump Force is the mods.
That Master Chief mod is so good.
No. I'm considering getting it on sale just for the mods.
Just for the mods.
Just
They
for the mods.
accidentally open source. That's so good. But
Accidentally, in quotes.
there's guaranteed to be some out of nowhere anime game, because Xbox has like been weird and been like, love us anime.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause-
Japan's like, what?
like,
yeah,
what's a
'cause
Microsoft?
But like they
None
bring us
de-
the anime.
Nande kore wa Microsoft? Nande Microsoft.
But I think they announced a Tales game last year as well.
Tales
So-
of like
Tales of-
Berseria?
yeah, something like
Stuff
that.
like that.
Why did I think of the Sonic Tales?
Yeah.
Tails gets trolled.
Tales of Tales.
The Tales of You get to find
I
out
mean,
why
to
they
be
shoved the fox
fair-
up his ass.
That one picture of Tails sitting there on the bench like this.
No. No.
Sweet, like nice
No,
feet.
shut up. No.
I like-
not utter.
I like how I
That-
don't need to like I can just say sitting like this and everybody watching will understand.
No. Do not dare
Entirely
speak
because of
the
Nico's
dark
reaction.
words that are on that cover Do not speak its concepts.
I haven't even seen the rest of it. All I know is
Do
that he's on the
not.
thing, and I
Send
don't
me
want
the
to
image.
know.
I want to see.
No.
No idea what you're talking about.
Shut up.
Oh, but Microsoft's gonna make some anime, and everybody's gonna be like, "What?"
They're gonna make a Berserk.
No. You
Wasn't
guys
that I think that was
reminded.
announced at Microsoft's E3 one
What?
time. The Berserk Muso.
You
What?
guys.
I think it was.
You guys reminded me of the fucking AMV for Internet Explorer.
Yeah, that's a joke I was gonna make. They're gonna make her a game. It's gonna be her Google Chrome, and the Fox girl is gonna be Firefox, and they're gonna be teaming up to fight the bad guys.
Is she gonna be like the slowest member of the team?
She's gonna be jittery.
Her abilities to phase in and out of reality.
Wasn't that actually her ability in the short thing?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Microsoft made like an Internet Explorer commercial with an anime girl as Internet Explorer. It's a real thing. It's well animated too.
There's a lot of.
Don't look it up because we're in a beehive. We don't get reception.
I'll look it up later.
Okay.
I'll look it
So-
up for later.
Now we're a little far away from the web.
Yeah.
It's on the other branch.
Shut the hell up. Next
I
topic.
want you to die in real life in Minecraft in real life.
Is there any other third parties either of you guys can think of that would be here?
None that I can think of. That's because my brain doesn't work right.
Yeah, there's gonna be like a million there, partially because like it's gonna be a really good show because they're probably gonna do it like last year where they were just like new thing,
And
new
the
thing,
thing
new thing,
is,
new
they're
thing.
gonna have to like call it, hey, as many game devs
Yeah.
as possible because like two of the big ones aren't showing
Yeah,
up.
Sony's not here, so you literally have to come to
Like,
us.
please.
Like Neo 2 might be here,
Yeah.
and that was announced at Sony's thing.
I do really like that Neo showed up and was like, we're Japanese souls, and then Sekiro comes in like, let me show you how it's done, and then Neo 2 is just like, okay, father.
That was a
I
weird year where Sekiro, Ghosts of and Neo 2 were all like 5 minutes from each other.
I don't know how I feel about Ghost of Tsushima.
They showed like one thing of it, so like it's not
'Cause,
much
I mean,
to
it
say.
looked good, but I doubt that's gonna be gameplay.
Yeah, it looked very like trailer-y, so it's hard to
but
say.
I mean, like, I saw like an article on it being like, it's just open world Japan era, like warfare, and it's like, that's enough for me.
It'll certainly be good. It's one of those things though
hopefully
where
it's
like,
not like Days Gone, where it
Yeah.
just sort of falls flat on its face.
yeah,
By
I
the way,
forgot that was a game.
Yeah,
You know what the thing is? I keep mixing that game up with like
Days
Die-
Done.
with like Dying Light and stuff, and I remember I'm like, no, that game's good, but then I remember it's not Dying Light, and I'm like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, Dying
It's-
Light is
Dying Light is here. Dead Island is here.
Okay,
And Days
No.
Gone is here.
okay. Dead Island's good.
It's good in a wrong way. There's something about it.
There's something about Dead Island that is amazing. It's like the most feverish nightmare world in which it's good.
You know
I don't
that-
know what is good
You know
about
that
it.
meme of Mike Wazowski explaining things angrily next to Sully, just looking at him like, that's you right now.
Don't
You had the exact same expression.
see. The thing is, do not put Dead Island on any list ever because it's such a weird thing.
Because there's times where it's like A tier, and then there's times where it's F tier.
Remember when they made like Dead Island Shores or whatever, and it was like not Dead
Yeah.
Island 2, and it was a weird not DLC
You want to
thing?
know something
Also,
funny?
by the way, like Techland has like 18 unmade games that are on Steam.
Maybe one of them will show up.
If
There was
if
some-
they have Hellraid, I'm going to come.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're gonna be doing that a lot.
Pretty much.
So here's something that most people don't know because they didn't have shit taste in video games like I did back in the day. There was a Easter egg in Saints Row 4 where when you're busy crashing the simulation, it shows in text that there was supposed to be a
That's
Saints
right.
Row Dead Island crossover
I do
come
remember
out
that.
May
I do
2015.
remember that. In one of like the code things, like the background,
Yeah.
it's one of those. I forgot about
What a
that. You're
weird
right.
thing.
And it
Yeah.
didn't happen. So
Well, Saints Row is like is on like 6 different layers of irony and all their
Yeah.
things.
I mean, Dying Light 2, I heard things about, so maybe?
It's gonna be a thing of like there's no way we're gonna be able to remember all of them because there's gonna be like a lot. I guarantee you, it's gonna be like the other year where they're just like, here's another thing, here's another thing, here's another thing, and it's probably gonna be really long.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
hope
then
so.
here's Cars.
And then, but the one thing they're gonna spend way too much time on is Cars.
Yeah.
And not even the good Cars.
All right, and if we're pretty much done with that, I'm gonna say
no. I'm saving that for Ubi.
I'm gonna say a theory that I have.
Yes.
I think if there is a
my
Microsoft
God.
character in Smash, it will show up here.
It's gonna be a Dragon Quest character next.
Well, if a Microsoft character is in, I think it will be here just because
I mean,
they're gonna try and find a way that nobody will expect it. And what I'm hoping to God happens is at the very end,
Banjo.
they have the Xbox logo, and then it just turns to the side
Oh.
to form the Smash logo.
That would be great.
And everybody in the audience just leaps into the air and freaks out.
And then Banjo Kazooie T poses through the gap.
I'm now just imagining a sea of white.
Oh God,
That's disgusting, Chris.
and then
Damn.
Conker comes flying in, and he's in
He's
Smash,
surfing on it.
and he's like, "You didn't expect
I
me."
thought you said the N word.
He would probably say it.
What if Conker jumps in and goes, "I'm gonna say the N-word"?
I'd probably be like, "Did you just post cringe?"
But yeah,
Put the script back up. Put this image that you're gonna put on the video at that time
Yeah.
away.
I really do think that could happen, just because they've been buddy for so long. There's been like a million different rumors.
And then Master Chief comes out,
Oh,
is
dude.
confirmed.
That'd be another good one.
That would, like, I know
If
Banjo is like more
Banjo would
appropriate,
fit more.
but I would love Master Chief so much.
It'd be such a weird
You
thing.
can't say they
be
can't put
so
guns in.
I'd love it so much.
Because they have at least 2 characters already
Mainly-
with guns.
More than anything, I just want his big splash screen to be Master Chief finishes the fight.
Yes.
This would be so good. Either that, or like they put Banjo in this one, and then Master Chief is the final DLC character revealed at like the end of like Wave 2, and then his thing is finishes the fight.
Okay.
Because he finishes it.
I just like to imagine, like, for that, it just shows him, like, defeating, like, standing, like, after, like, the flood is dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just turns
Well,
around to show,
And
I
like,
then
don't-
it's
You
reflected in
gotta-
his mask.
You gotta... They're not gonna show Flood in a trailer for Nintendo.
Well, what they could do is they
Be a
could have him
Covenant,
like
then.
jump around fighting dudes, and then like he turns around and you see it turn in the reflection in his mask, and it would then there'd be a giant. The whole audience would just be nothing. They wouldn't exist anymore. They would Thanos snap away.
They'd grow Etika's hair and like they'd vibrate through the chairs. At
They'd
such-
vibrate like bees and melt. Which coincidentally is something that we always avoid to do.
Yeah, we can't vibrate too hard.
But because for all this, something to point out with Banjo. In the code for Smash, there were unused spirits, or the categories of spirits, I think, because you know how they all have like the category for their franchise.
No.
Well, they're like
Yes.
that.
yes.
The unused ones are Jet Force, Gemini, and Blast Core, I think, both of which are rare things. So that implies that they have a little bit of rare stuff in there. And when Joker came out, he got a bunch of spirits with him.
So, what would you do if Jago got into Smash instead?
I don't think I'd be mad.
Yeah,
they get Kilgore. It's just Wally with Gatling guns.
I'm trying to think of an
Although,
actual,
the
like,
thing
bad
is, though,
character they could pick.
You know, no. The thing is,
Spinal.
I was gonna say Spinal should be in over Jago.
No. I want TJ combo.
TJ, he'll fight Little Mac. That'll be the trailer.
That'll be the.
He'll fight Little Mac.
Ironically, if Microsoft ever wanted to do their own Smash Bros, it would just be Killer Instinct, and they'd add more guest characters.
Ooh.
Pretty much.
Because it's already a better Smash
Killer
Bros.
Instinct already is Smash.
It's already a better Smash Bros than PlayStation All Stars. Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh,
Ooh.
ooh, spicy. We're vibrating too hard. I'm gonna melt.
Also, wait, never mind. We're done with Sony. I was gonna bring up Medieval, but
Oh
everyone
yeah,
already knows about that.
that'll be cool.
That should probably
Little
just be
remake.
cross-platform at this point.
Oh, didn't you hear?
They're doing a remake.
They're doing crossplay.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
can
like
play
for-
with.
Yeah, they
different
finally stopped
Other
being
stuff, yeah.
idiots.
Wasn't it? It's still only for like certain things. I know that much.
It's like for online games.
There was some other stuff with it.
But the big deal is now we can play with each other.
Now they're being less buttholes.
Because that was all Sony.
Yeah, I think legitimately there was a thing where like the Final Fantasy 14 guys were like, yeah, we want to put it on other consoles, but Sony says they won't do crossplay, and that's really bad for an MMO.
Mm-hmm. And then they...
So I don't know. They might not have even eased up on that. I think it's only like for really big things like Fortnite or whatever.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is that
They already did Fortnite, though. Like a while ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't kept up on that type of
Because,
thing.
I mean, from what I saw, it's like for most multiplayer games.
Well, hopefully. But I want to talk... Smash is more fun. Smash isn't possibly sad things. Unless... Except for if the character... You
Unless
know,
you're a Little Mac main.
Oof. Oof.
You poor little Mac main.
Yeah, so...
But at the other alternative is it's just in the darkness, and you just hear... Yo! And then... And do a thing for Banjo.
And then he pulls out a gun.
And he's in Killer Instinct instead.
And he's in Killer Instinct!
Okay, but if they were to put Banjo or Conquer in, what would the splash screen say?
They're not gonna put
Banjo
Conquer.
would be gets jiggy with it.
Yes.
No. it wouldn't
Conquer would be fixes his hair.
Aw, that has a good hair day.
That's a good hair day. But yeah,
It's a bad fur day. I'm such a...
I do think that Banjo has a really solid chance at some.
I'd
know
be shocked if he doesn't get in.
the big scary that people will say is Steve from Minecraft and stuff. I know you guys don't like him. Okay.
I'd rather have Sora.
Here's my thing about Steve. He's below. He's not like I would much rather have Banjo or Master Chief. But if both of them are in, I'd be okay with him being in.
What about Goku?
No. That's one I'm never budging on non-video game characters. That's my limit.
What if Mr. Nintendo, he walked out, he said, Steve is not a video game character.
Well, the funny thing is, some of the developers, or maybe not developers, they were like higher community people, did some stuff on Twitter where they all were like, Steve would be a bad pick for Smash. Like, they were all like bad-mouthing the idea of Steve in Smash. So everybody was like...
They
so
have
like
working brains.
Yeah. And I should also mention, like, the lead Halo guy said that Master Chief isn't going to be in Smash, which made me just like, oh, no.
Aww.
But, could you imagine if he just lied?
But that
That
also
would
doesn't
be pretty
discount
good.
other Halo characters.
Did
Well,
we put Arbiter?
Yeah, just Arbiter instead.
He's already been in Killer Instinct. Now
True.
he's here.
343 guilty spark.
Although, you know what would Monkey's Paw with that? Arbiter gets in, but he's in his dumb Halo 5 outfit.
I don't even know what his Halo 5 outfit
He got like a weird big thing on his head. It looks weird.
Yeah.
I mean, so long as it's
The
like
demons.
solid armor, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I haven't seen that design, so.
And by the way, the Smash part is going to be a reoccurring theme, as you're soon going to see. All right, Bethesda. Okay, 3, 2, 1. But Doom though.
Yeah.
Doom though. But okay, so. Do you think Todd Howard is just gonna come up on stage and just go, "Sorry"?
No, he won't.
No, he's never gonna.
Or do you think
apologize.
Todd Howard's gonna run away and hide?
No, he's,
No, he's
gonna
not going
say
to run
like,
away and hide.
no, he's gonna be like, we know our games have some issues, so that's why this expansion will have 16 times the detail.
Okay, if if they just did this big rocking guitar ballad with all these like half-naked girls running around, and Todd Howard just walks up on stage, walks up to the microphone, everything goes silent, and he goes, "Oops!" And then it continues like normal. What would you do?
I'd say, tell me your sweet little lies.
Yeah. And then he'll lie about more things.
He'll see
They
how much
have to. They have to acknowledge 76.
They will, but they're gonna be self-deprecating in making it sound like you're overreacting.
Maybe. Because, like, I feel like they wouldn't have a conference if they didn't. If not this or one other thing, which because like the other things could be in other conferences.
Yeah, I mean,
but
because I mean, what do they have? They have Starfield.
well, the other ones that are always there is like Doom, Wolfenstein, other stuff like that.
Well, Doom's always a good thing.
Yeah, like Doom is gonna be the thing that is like, well, okay.
I mean, like, QuakeCon is like 2 weeks after E3,
Oh, yeah.
so...
Yeah, didn't they do a thing where like they didn't show gameplay for Doom Eternal at their last E3?
Yeah, but
And
they
then-
showed like 80 hours of
Yeah, they showed like
gameplay
a
at
full
Quake-
thing like a week
because
later.
QuakeCon's more important to
That
them.
was weird. It's like, just show a little bit then.
I mean, to be fair, if at QuakeCon they were like, "Oh yeah, hey, seeing as we're doing Doom, let's do Quake again,"
Yeah.
I'd shit a house.
Well, then they did do Quake, but it's like Overwatch now, isn't it?
No,
Or am I
that
thinking
that
of-
doesn't
What would you
count.
honestly do if like... the
Zero's
lead-
Funhouse does not count. We're talking like Ranger or Bitterman. We're talking actual Quake characters, not we're gonna come in the Overwatch game.
I do like that they put Doom Guy in Quake.
Yeah. Didn't they do a few other crossover guys like that?
I wanna say...
I
maybe.
mean, Doom Guy was in the original Quake 3 release.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
it was
you got all of his outfits from all of his games.
Isn't Doom Guy and Doom Slayer technically separate?
They are
Who
separate.
cares?
Yeah.
One,
If we have
one-
time, there's a thing that I want to talk about.
Is it the thing that I want?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We'll get to that thing later. I for 76 again. I can't imagine that they won't say something or like announce something to like try
No,
to like
he's
be
gonna
nice.
have the canvas bag.
and he's gonna be
I
like,
could see it.
"Do you
I
want
could
this?"
see it. I could see it. He'll
No,
be like,
he's gonna be like, we're giving them away at the end of the
Yeah.
conference.
We got your
Oops.
Oops,
We
sorry,
got
they're
your
not
goddamn
canvas.
bags, you greedy, entitled shit
if he pulled out a
bags.
canvas bag and then just threw it on the ground and stepped on it a whole bunch.
No, what would you honestly do if he showed up in T-51 power armor
Yeah,
and
no, full
stepped on it super hard?
actual real power armor that is mechanical and has real weapons mounted on it, and then Todd Howard steps out of it.
What would you do if he stepped out in T-60 power armor and
Keep
then a
thinking-
Warhammer Ultramarine walked towards him and decked him in the face and announced a Warhammer FPS?
Is that
Wait.
Bethesda related at all?
No.
That'd be even better then.
Wait, which chapter?
What's the really friendly green ones? The salamander whatevers.
What?
I don't know. Why are you looking at me?
I remember reading that there's green guys who are really friendly.
Sorry, I'm having a stroke here.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna... Because Doom, Starfield, probably Wolfenstein.
I forget if they said... No, I think
They
they just said
released
Elder
those
Scrolls
two-
won't be there. But I don't know about Starfield. They might have said that they won't show that this
I mean,
year.
What else do they have?
Doom and Wolfenstein and begging for forgiveness of 76.
Ugh.
Because Rage 2, I think, came out, right?
Yes,
They
to
can't show that.
less than favorable reviews.
To a big, everybody goes...
No, it wasn't an it was a ugh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wasn't the original Rage...
Yeah.
And then they released a sequel, and
No,
they're like,
it
yo,
was-
we're back! And everyone's like...
No, Rage 1 was like a and then Rage 2 was a
Didn't look great when I saw it on the thing. It just looked like it's kind of orange and pink FPS land.
See,
That's
I
it.
love post-apocalyptic shooters.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, I like, and then it came out and I saw everyone being like, this is the worst thing since the Holocaust. And then I was like, alright, back to Mad Max, I guess.
Yeah. Cause I don't know anything, cause last year they spent like 20 minutes on like a mobile Elder Scrolls game.
Which, by the way, also is very bad.
I hear it's like mega microtransaction city.
Ooh, yeah, and also reused assets from Oblivion.
Oh boy, those are the bad assets.
No.
Don't use those ones.
Well, high poly models from Oblivion.
Oblivion remake.
I know I keep saying it, I would cream my undies if they re-released Oblivion. Or
You won't
not
be
gonna-
allowed to stream this with us because we won't be able to upload it on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll get pornographic after like 5 minutes.
Okay, if they ever re-release New Vegas, you have to hold me down.
No, they won't, because that'd be
They wouldn't
admitting.
fucking dare.
That'd be
Because
admitting
they
too
didn't
much.
make it.
Yeah,
It's better than anything they can make.
because
Cue all the people saying I'm a contrarian.
I am trying to think of anything else that they'll show. Because, like...
No, they'll release Fallout 3 before they release.
Commander Keen.
Commander Keen.
Ooh.
A very old id title.
Ooh.
This is kind of fucking boring. This is platformer.
Ooh. You think Andrew WK is gonna show up at like a big thing of Rage 2 and then Andrew WK is like, I'm gonna destroy, build, destroy. And he breaks the screen, rebuilds it as Rage 3, and then's like, nah, and then breaks it and leaves.
Oh boy. The funny thing about Bethesda is that they started getting an ego.
Yeah.
And then everything
Started getting an
happening.
ego when a broken shit pile of a game, which I still love, like Morrowind, saved them.
The funny thing is, they all have egos except for the people that make Doom, who are just happily listening to their death metal.
Yeah. Industrial metal.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, these are some sick tunes. Oh yeah, hey, have Doomslayer wrap that demon's intestines around its throat.
And give him a big great sword.
Give him a lightsaber great blade.
I love how you can just hear the crowd react to that. Just the biggest one.
Ooh.
Because they saw a big scary demon. and
Like,
just-
name a better trailer.
Yeah. Good old Doom stuff.
And apparently the demon's gonna be like equal to the Doomslayer.
Oh, that's cool. The Doom Slayer.
Literally, yes.
I like that.
Wait, are we talking about the demon that's attacking the UAC moon base?
the one that he
or-
pulled the lightsaber
The
out
one
on.
at the end. I imagine
The one
it's
that
gonna
they
be
did
like...
the whole like heavy metal intro.
Is he a guy from the older Doom,
No,
or is he?
I don't
Okay,
think
he's
so.
a newer
He's
guy.
brand new, I think.
Does
I
he
do like
have,
the
they-
idea.
Does he
The
have
big
me-
fat demon, they redesigned him to look like the original Doom.
they
The
have
things
the-
are really well like faithful to the original.
Oh,
I
wait,
mean,
are you
I'm
talking
gonna
about
miss
the
the
Mankibuses?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna miss the 2016 design though. A little bit.
I forget what he
No,
looked like.
the thing is that it
They're more
helps...
techno.
No. It helps, like... It helps develop the species of hell, if you understand where I'm coming from. The Martian Mankibuses look different from the lunar Mankibuses,
Ah, fair enough.
which is dumb
Even
and doesn't make
The
sense.
species, the biology. There's gonna be another
Even
guy
though the
called
main
Doom
difference-
Documenter. and
Even though the main difference between them is one has more metal in it.
What would you do if they released a Doom spin-off that's just Pokemon Snap but Doom?
You know what? I'd buy that. I'd buy
Pokemon
that for
Go.
my Nintendo Switch. Speaking of Nintendo,
Doom Go.
Shut up.
And since
Doom-
nobody cares about
Doom
Wolfenstein.
go to hell.
So yes, the other thing I'm thinking is that they're not stupid enough to have a press conference unless they've got something good, and Smash would be a good thing.
Since he can't stop jerking off over Smash.
Because it's relevant, it's gonna be relevant every single time.
Anytime somebody talks about Smash, it's relevant.
Well,
Anytime someone
each one of these is pretty dang relevant.
But
Because
I'm a huge supporter of Doom Guy for Smash. I know it won't happen, but
you can dream.
it's my Ridley.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I got my Ridley, so you know what? Never give up. Don't
Right.
stop believing.
I mean, we can't say they can't allow guns.
Yeah, and he could just use like
The
It's
chainsaw.
plasma.
chainsaw and other stuff like that. The only thing is I can't imagine his reveal trailer.
Yeah,
not being...
no. Like, how do you
Which,
do...
granted, the DLCs usually don't get full like CG trailers. They usually get more minor things.
Well, Persona got a pretty good one.
Yeah, but that was still like a short little
It
animation.
was in the style.
Yeah, it was a short little animation.
What
thing.
would be hilarious is that they have Doomslayer just sitting on a monorail in the lunar base, and he's got the rabbit in his lap, like the actual,
Aw.
and he's just petting it.
Mhm. That could be one of his victory animations.
Yes.
Or it could be a callback to the original 2016 game's first reveal, where he's just readying up, and then the Smash logo shows up, and he just pumps the shotgun
Yep.
and cuts to black with the music playing.
Yeah. You know he would have both an alt for the Doom Slayer and Doom Guy ones.
Oh, that'd be great.
You know they would.
They'd have to have green, blue, and red Doom Guy.
Yeah.
Like
And
the original one.
and I'll also say, because of that video I made a while ago, I still kind of have a little like root for him, but Dragonborn, Just because I like the
No.
idea of all the different ones being the different races and
No.
stuff. And I know you're too deep on Doomslayer.
No, and also I'm an opponent of.
I think Dragonborn would be cool. Okay, fine. You can have a wrong opinion. I don't care that much, honestly.
No.
I think it'd be okay.
Uh,
I think I'm not huge on Doomslayer either, but
well, it's okay to have a wrong opinion.
but I'd be happy to see people happy. So
Where do you stand on Doomslayer? Because you've been quiet for the past hour.
Contributing somewhat. And a Doomslayer would be cool. It's just mainly what he would use and how they would reveal him.
Yeah, I mean that's.
And of course, what I always care about: what's his final smash?
And also, is he popular enough in Japan to get put in?
does Doom even come out in Japan? Because no Mortal Kombat doesn't, because like we can't do certain things. I think he does have a bit of a Japanese audience or something. It might be.
He was called Desu Guy.
Shut up.
No, what they're gonna do is they're gonna have his helmet take off and its guts, and that's how they get the Japanese audience.
It's a very limited community from what I'm reading on the Doom World forums.
Okay, how big is it in Japan?
There was a megawad, which is essentially just a big fancy word for mod
Mm-hmm.
by the Japanese community.
What about H Doom? How big is that over there?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's gotta be huge. You ever see that one review of the guy who made a review of Age Doom? And he was really angry about it and compared people who enjoyed that to people who enjoyed like the Columbine RPG.
Oh no. Now was this one? Was it like a Kotaku or Polygon
No,
type?
it's some guy who just reviews FPS games.
Oh,
It's got the Doom has essentially a very limited but still existent fan base in
fair enough.
Japan. So
Nico, do not strike the microphone.
Oh
No,
no,
don't-
his big feet are so close to the mic.
Stop it.
But the fact remains, there is some.
It's got a little bit. It would definitely be something for Western people,
Yeah.
but it's not impossible.
Essentially, all the Japanese people watching E3 would be like, "Nande kore wa?"
hmm But like, I do just think I am thinking that there will be a Smash thing at somewhere else, just because I think Nintendo is really going hard on trying to like you're not expecting Smash and it jumps in and gets you because nobody expected it at the Game Awards.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's like I think they're gonna go as hard as they can on just jumping in places you weren't expecting.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna reveal someone like you look under your couch at night and there's just gonna be a Smash trailer right there and you didn't know it would be there.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna hide it somewhere.
Yeah, because they're sneaky.
Now I'm imagining a horror movie style trailer for Smash.
Someone's gonna break down Etika's door and they're just gonna show him a Smash trailer.
And he's going, "We made it!
As he's being
Joy-Con boys!
carried out on
Joy-Con
a
boys!"
stretcher.
And his Joy-Con boys.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
is
probably
that-
should have said this at the third-party thing, but do you think we'll get a From Software title?
I think they did say they're further along on one than I think they.
Or do you think it'll be an expansion to Sekiro?
Maybe that actually is pretty. That's more likely than I thought.
Yes.
Because this amount of time they have done that for other games.
And I mean, like, since they're on Activision's leash, it's more likely they're gonna add DLC.
Mhm. And I could see it definitely for Microsoft because they revealed Sekiro at Microsoft's E3
Mhm.
last time, so I could see them doing that.
Yes.
The only thing about that is that E3 might be so packed, it might be
Yeah.
hard to fit it in there. But yeah, like for just one thing on Smash again, I think it does almost seem like they're just too crazy to have a conference at all if they didn't have something big like that. Or maybe they're just idiots. They released Fallout 76, so that's possible.
Yeah.
Remember, this is Todd Howard we're talking about.
Well, he's
Yeah.
gonna be wearing T-45 helmet.
Also, if Dragonborn got in Smash, I want it just because the amount of Todd memes.
Oh.
Because it would just be, I did it! I sold Skyrim again! It's in Smash! You can't avoid it! Just the idea of him, like, ascending beyond. And what it would be, is it would be the intro of Skyrim. He'd go, oh, finally woke up. And then he would slowly turn.
And it'd zoom in on his eye.
And it'd be the Smash look. I just want it for the Skyrim memes.
No, I just want the full Helgen intro to play out, but Instead of Aldous coming down,
it's like Ridley.
it's Ridley.
And they're like, what in
What is that?
And instead he just walks up to them and hands them the letter.
And then it plays through the entire Helgen chase sequence, but all the characters are getting replaced with Smash characters.
Yeah, it's like he's running through everything, but Mario bursts through a wall, and then
he gets the bounds off, and it cuts to third person, and it's just his Smash model.
Yeah, and then just Dragonborn breaks the ice.
Dragonborn is boundless.
Just the memes.
Dragonborn is unbound.
Dragonborn is reborn.
Dragonborn is
a horn.
You can go to that mountain.
Dragonborn can go to that mountain.
And then it just shows him.
Dragonborn just works.
If you couldn't pick up on it, Todd, we're making fun of you.
Todd, you're a hack. Fight me.
Okay, are you ready for the one that everybody forgets happened? Square Enix. They have a conference.
Skip this one.
But if they just open it and Thanos just walks out of a portal with a keyblade, you're gonna scream. If just Thanos has a keyblade.
What would you honestly do if at Square Enix they just announced New Vegas Remastered?
New Vegas Remastered in Final Fantasy 15.
It's a mini game that you can play.
It's just a full game but remastered.
The characters have to walk up to an arcade machine.
And there's only one in the entire game.
You gotta find it.
It's not marked on a map.
It's hidden behind an emerald weapon.
I do kind of hope that they announce like a DLC world for Kingdom Hearts or something. Partially because my brain came up with the idea of a Kingdom Hearts world for Treasure Planet.
That's not gonna happen.
I know, but could you imagine getting to ride the thing and do the sick tricks and go to like the space? You can already do
that in Warframe.
Yeah, but it's Treasure Planet.
If you got
the cat girl waifu.
What?
The cat girl waifu?
I already got one.
Remember the captain?
Yeah, but watch ReZero. There's a better one there.
Shut up.
What seems to elude all you is that there is actually a PS2 Treasure Planet game.
There was, that's right.
And it was pretty...
But it doesn't have Sora going, ugh.
Lick my feet. But
I was gonna say after Jackson decided to make his little shitty funny noise, is the only he's gonna be making is after I fucking hang him.
I wouldn't make any noise. I would just go.
Also, Avengers game? What is that?
The Square Enix has been working on an Avengers game for like the past 7 years.
Okay.
They've been working on it for like a long time.
Is it gonna be like the entire fucking movie set?
I think it's more like an actual like video game-y thing, but nobody knows. That's the thing.
I don't have high hopes
Square
for it
Enix
personally.
is super secretive about stuff, aren't they?
Previous attempts at superhero games have not ended well.
Yeah.
Are you saying X-Men
Destinies
wasn't great?
I'm pretty sure I was the only one who had any initial enjoyment out of that, and then I realized this sucks.
But I'm more just interested to see it. One thing that will probably certainly be a thing is that it'll look really good.
Yeah.
Because Square Enix does good on graphics.
Babylon's Fall and Platinum. I just recognize Platinum, and that makes me happy.
It's another game that Platinum's developing. They only showed a little bit.
They're making 17 games, aren't
Yeah, they are. They're making the Babylon's Fall was when they announced last E3. It showed like a guy in armor, and then like tentacle-y things came out of him. I don't remember it. It was like a fever dream of a trailer.
Champion Gundyr.
I was say, that sounds very dark.
It was like magic-y tentacle thing. I don't know. It would look weird, but it's Platinum, so it's probably gonna be really good.
Okay.
And they did Nier Automata, so like Square and Platinum apparently work well together.
Yeah.
Nier Tomato. Need more of the booty. The two booty.
And yeah, I'm hoping they show that one. I hope it doesn't go the way of Scalebound.
Oh, don't say that.
It might come back.
Maybe.
Don't.
I've heard dark
that.
whispers.
Maybe
No.
The dark web?
Because
No.
wasn't Scalebound just like Dragon's Dogma meets Devil May Cry?
Well, it was like Devil May Cry action game, but you had a dragon pet. And you guys could hang out and have fun adventures together.
Oh.
That sounds amazing.
And you could be like, hey, show me what that tailor do.
And he'll crash a big building and kill him. And the main guy is literally just Dante. He's just Dante wearing like earphones.
Good.
That would have been so fun.
Because he's like, I don't have the rights to them.
And then I see
FF7 remake. I want to talk about that.
Okay, all I know is I want to see Cloud in the dress.
I
That's
think
all
that
I'm waiting for.
I think an official image of that does exist.
Okay, I want to wait to see it in action, if you know what I mean.
The thing
Calm
about
down, sir.
the thing about the FF7 remake, it's part 1, and that's something that I can never let go. Partially because they're like the trailer, and it might just be trailer levels, but they're like level 40, and they're in Midgar, and Midgar is like 5% of that game. So assuming that they go to like 99, you get like 5 steps out of Midgar, and the game ends. How many parts is this gonna be?
Hang on. I do remember seeing some literature on the issue that they're going to try to broaden the depth of certain side characters.
Mm-hmm. Like the other team members on
Yeah.
the terrorist group. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Nah.
Then again, war is a matter of perception.
Oh boy, the perception of the Equinox.
But I guess the thing is, people are like, "Oh, I can't wait! I'm finally gonna get the remake," and they're gonna get like 5% of it. Like half of the characters aren't gonna be in it, and it's just like, how long is this gonna take then? Because you know what's gonna happen is they're gonna try and stretch it out, and then like a little over halfway through, it all falls apart. Because that's what's happened like every time Square has done something.
They're
like
basically
this.
gonna try to pull a Hobbit.
Yeah.
Mm.
But like the big thing was like Final Fantasy 15. They tried to do like a million different things, like sell all these different DLCs and stuff, and eventually it just kind of petered out. And I feel like the exact same thing is gonna happen here,
Yeah.
especially because like PS4 and stuff is like on its end,
Mm-hmm.
so like you're gonna be shifting into a different generation, and it's gonna be weird where like maybe half the game is like released on these things and like a bunch of other nonsense, and like you won't really be able to build your character as much because if you reset between each one, it'll be weird. And like
they're gonna use some of that BioWare magic and just check save files.
but like how would you? I guess that'd be for some of the decisions, but like your character, how you built them and stuff, you still have to somewhat reset it. It just seems like it'd be messy.
Yeah, probably. Like I said, there's only one thing I'm interested in, but
Calm yourself, sir.
My boy Sid's not even gonna be there abusing his wife.
Aww.
Oh, no, that wasn't his wife. That's the other girl. That,
That's his daughter.
to be fair, was a really big idiot and was just like, "You're literally going to die. Get out of there." No, I've got to fix the buttons. It's like, no, you idiot, don't do that.
And then he hits her.
And that one guy that wants lard in his tea. Just make sure you put lard in there. It's like, what are you doing?
Right.
Batman,
Stupid.
calm down.
And he gets hit by a truck. He walks
And then
us.
he becomes a zombie idol.
You're not even wrong. I don't think he becomes a zombie, but
Oh.
there's a vampire that you hang out with.
Okay. See,
gotta
I was
solve
making
his
a
riddle.
really funny Zombieland Saga reference.
Final Fantasy is weird.
Yeah.
That's an understatement.
Smash again.
I mean, they already have Cloud.
They're gonna
The
put Sephiroth.
big prevailing rumor is Erdrick from Dragon Quest, and I could see them announcing that here.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm okay with. I mean, Dragon Quest is a really big franchise. It's been around since like the early millennia.
see, I know nothing about Dragon Quest,
Same.
so I'm open to it. Because the only thing I know about Dragon Quest is they used the name in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And Mr. Mosby loved Dragon Quest, which in that universe was an MMO.
I like the idea of Mr. Mosby being a huge weeaboo.
How do you still remember that fucking guy's name?
Who? Are you saying you don't remember Mr. Mosby?
I remember who he is. I didn't remember his name until now.
Oh, that's sacrilege. Mr. Mosby needs to...
hooligans.
What would you do if Mr. Mosby walked up on Square Enix's stage and announced a new game?
You mean the aging guy with like cataracts in his eyes?
Did I say someone besides Mr. Mosby?
No.
Is he old now? Is he?
Yeah, he's like a disgusting old fruit.
Does he have milky eyes like Bill Cosby?
Yeah,
I was
I
about to
think
say,
so.
are we just talking about Bill Cosby now?
How
Yeah,
powerful.
Bill Cosby comes out with Mr. Mosby with the hand shoved up his ass and starts puppeting him.
What should do if Bill Cosby showed up? And he escaped prison. He just had like chains all around him. And he was.
And it said, Cosby puts it in the water. Cosby poisons the water, and it's just his 3D model in Smash. And his grab, his down throw, is just him force feeding you a drink. And it puts you to sleep, like Snake's down throw.
An awful timeline.
That'd be the best timeline.
I think I prefer Fat Albert.
But yeah, good old Erdrick boy, the main leaky dude, Virgin. I know he said that
He's really leaky.
He's doubling down on Erdrick. He's still not sure about Minecraft. He says that there's Minecraft content, but he's still not sure about a character.
Okay, can we stop talking about Smash?
Well, we're gonna. That's just.
I got some bad news for
We
you.
can take
Doug.
We can take a break and talk about Ubisoft.
Oh, the thing I shill for on accident every single time.
Your buddies. I wrote on this earlier. Just said Connor will know things.
Let me read this.
They've had good shows recently.
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
Actually,
so,
I
did
heard-
anyone else hear about because I told you like 3 weeks ago that there was a possible reference that next Assassin's Creed would be Norse.
Yes.
Vikings. Even though they said like they're updating Odyssey for the next 58 years. So
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna
I
work.
feel like that's not going to be really true.
No, they're gonna announce it and say we're finishing off Odyssey and then Norse Creed will come out.
Pretty much at this point, it's no longer about assassins.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Because the games are better.
Now they're just fun RPGs.
Yeah,
Now they're just well-made RPGs that need to be better optimized on PC.
but we're still gonna call it Assassin's Creed.
Because that name sells, so who cares?
Yep.
It's
What
not
I've-
the Final Fantasy, that's for sure.
What I've heard is that Uplay is actually starting to show profit. I'm not
What?
kidding. Like, it's just because Epic has fucking dropped the ball so hard.
They never had it.
They never had
They,
the ball.
they thought they had the ball and fell down a flight of stairs.
Then they realized they are the ball.
That
Yeah?
they're starting to pull positive numbers on just Uplay sales.
What a strange timeline.
The weirdest.
Like a third party.
Clown world.
Joy-Con boys! Joy-Con
They're
boys!
gonna make a Steins Gate reference.
No, we moved world lines. There, you happy? I
There
said
you-
it.
There you go.
Alright.
Updates, future stuff, For Honor, Rainbow Six. Did they say anything about For Honor?
No, they have not said anything about
Okay,
E3.
so probably
Rainbow
not.
Six, guarantee it.
Okay.
Because that one sells more.
They probably will do something.
Because that one's an actual competitive game.
I could see For Honor, like,
Are you saying For Honor is
announcing a new
competitive?
thing at E3, but not at their conference themselves.
Yeah,
'Cause I
no.
assume they do, like, dev updates all the time.
Every Thursday.
Yeah, so they'll probably have, like, a bigger one at E3 as, like,
Because like last year they were like, please watch
Yeah.
E3, we're gonna be there.
because that
said
one was
nothing.
the Chinese faction.
Yeah, they put them in, and then they came out like 2 months after, and it was like, finally, I hate it.
Is that the For Honor community in a
Yes.
nutshell?
Yeah,
Anything new?
thanks, I hate it.
You mean like the April Fool's joke?
It was so good. I really like that.
It was good.
And then the lightsabers.
Ooh, that was even better.
For
Dead
Honor
game.
seems like a
dead
bunch
game.
of cool dudes.
Dead game.
You're still
Well,
playing it.
But
They're gonna announce a sequel to For Honor. It's gonna be called Five Honor.
Shut up!
Don't laugh at that.
No, it'll be called Dishonor.
That'd actually work.
It's just
Well, no, wait, it would just be a crossover with Dishonored.
Oh,
Which I forgot to
no.
write. Who's that?
No,
Who makes
that's
that?
Bethesda.
That's
but
Bethesda.
I don't
but-
think Arcane exists anymore.
Oh no,
I was just
Wait,
thinking of
do they?
Mushu from Mulan. Dishonor.
that's what they did with
That's
the
what
Chinese
Arcane
faction.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Rest in peace, my boys are at Arcane. You probably dead. I don't know.
Beyond. They're gonna show Beyond Good and Evil again.
Which that trailer was oddly good, despite being only CG.
Yeah.
It looked like good
It's
character.
Yeah, there's a
supposed
lot
to
of
be
things
about
in it.
Jade's parents. At the same time, I played up to like the halfway point. fucking boring after like the first.
Oh,
half.
really?
See, I don't even know what Beyond Good and Evil is.
I know it was like a GameCube game or
It was
something.
GameCube, PS2,
And wasn't there a
PC.
thing where you could like take pictures of
Yes.
whales or whatever?
Of all the wildlife, which was actually fun.
I hear it's a good game.
But then you get into long-winded dungeons because it's literally just Legend of Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not even kidding.
The current one looks like it's Monkey Pizza Delivery Simulator.
You know what? That sounds really fun, actually.
Like, you just play as a monkey with... Like, all the gameplay I've seen is just a monkey with a jetpack, and he's just flying around.
That actually sounds
Did
like
they
a good time.
did they show any screen time for Young Page, the pig guy?
He was in the second one, I think. There was a
Was
pig
he-
guy, and he was like...
Was he a
I've
little
seen
younger?
I don't
or-
know. I don't know what you would consider younger. I haven't played the original. All I know is that,
I didn't even know it was an established franchise.
yes, but what would help
That-
with you learning that it's an established franchise if they didn't just call it Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the midway point will just drive you up the wall. Just don't even.
Okay.
What that means is don't min-max.
No, it's a legend. You can't min max in a Legend of Zelda game.
Yes, you
Are
can.
you daft?
Have you ever played Darksiders? So, yeah, weird dance game.
There's gonna have a weird dance game because they always have their weird dance game, and I'm betting it right here and now. There's gonna be a Fortnite dance somewhere in there.
They're gonna do the torture dance in Minecraft with
In real
fidget
life.
spinners.
The exact thing I wrote is a weird dance game, probably a reference to a dead meme. Man, do they get weird. Remember when Tobuscus was on stage? I remember Pro Jared tweeting about how he was a douche.
Can we talk about Pro Jared for a bit?
We aren't even halfway to the bottom of the list.
Oh my god, what?
Jesus.
What's your problem, you spastic?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, good old...
How much of that is Smash? Please tell me right now. So we're skipping Smash.
Never. But they're gonna have some weird memes thing. Remember that one guy motorcycled on stage and just exploded into the podium?
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of fun.
It looked like it really hurt.
I kind of liked it.
I hope it was unscripted. I hope that was just a real accident.
Yeah.
He just actually just blasted
It's a
his
shame
face.
that game was kind of just a money grab.
That was like Tribes 2, right?
That was
Or whatever it's called.
Trials
Oh.
Evolution.
Yeah.
I was about to say, tribes?
I hear a try and my brain filled the rest.
Because I was like, that game would be perfect for Switch.
Sandrakers?
I think it is on, isn't it on
It
Switch?
is.
Yeah.
Going fast?
Yeah, Ubisoft, they make good conferences, but they make weird nonsense in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's-
And that's
I mean,
what makes
so far
them
they
fun.
seem like they're on the rise.
Can we?
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, oh, weird nonsense. These people made Rayman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something
They're
that
disgusting Frenchmen.
They made the Rabbids.
Yeah.
And, of course, with Ubisoft, it's again... I realized, like, midway through, like, oh yeah, it's relevant for every single one.
Yeah.
This one's less Smash and more what Nintendo thing do you think they'll
what
do this
Nintendo
time?
don't. So
Because, like, they did Mario and Rabbids 2017. They did the Starlink Star Fox
which was
2018.
kind of a weird one.
Yeah, and they're still updating it.
Like a new IP with
Star
Nintendo
Fox.
in it.
Which, ironically, it's basically they're doubling down on Star Fox.
They
in it,
just
which is
made
funny.
a Star Fox game.
Yeah. I am curious if they're going to do another franchise. And what one of my brain thought is just, I kind of really want them to do something with Donkey Kong. Because they made the Mario and Rabbids Donkey Kong expansion, and they had a lot, they did a lot of love with DK in that. And my brain just thinks of what if they put all the Assassin's Creed climbing tech in a Donkey Kong game.
That
And it's
could
just like a
actually-
platformer with lots of like
They
climbing
just make
stuff.
they just remake Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, they make a Donkey Kong 64 type game with like a.
Oh, don't
Or
say
they make
that.
Assassin's Dong.
Assassins.
And it's
Fuck
just
you.
Donkey Kong with the hood. And he goes. And he jumps in with the hidden blade over King K. Rool.
And then King K. Rool says, "Keep them off the walls."
Fuck you, Jackson.
But I really want that, partially because Retro might not be Donkey Kong's daddy anymore, so Donkey Kong might need a new home.
Yeah, Donkey Dong needs new daddy.
And I feel like those Frenchmen, they're close to where Rare lived. They're good enough.
Yeah.
So that would work.
Go get Grant Kirkhope on the phone and they're like, bloody baguettes!
That's the other thing, is I think like Grant Kirkhope, he worked on, I think he worked on
Or we
Final
could get
Fantasy
Ezio for Smash.
Yeah.
Although I think it would be pretty fishy if out of nowhere we just see Ezio again.
Oh yeah, if we see Ezio again, get suspicious.
Yeah.
If at any of these conferences you see a character just kind of out of nowhere, and you see a little like not real gameplay, get like suspicious. Be like, wait a minute, because you'll never know. It's waiting there to strike.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna like come in at an angle you weren't expecting.
Yeah.
I'm just expecting the Duck Hunt dog.
It's gonna be at the end of the. It's gonna be at the end of the For Honor DLC trailer.
They announced the Hammer Viking and.
And then you just see Lawbringer holding
I
the
just
invitation.
I like the idea of one of the For Honor characters getting in Smash and being really confused.
Yeah.
Like, what?
No, it's Valkyrie.
What?
Like,
I don't speak Japanese.
It's like one of them just being like.
I feel like any of the Japanese characters would be fine with it.
Yeah.
Any of the samurai would just
It'd
be
be
fine
like,
with
I
it.
always knew.
just like, you didn't know? Like,
I thought this was Smash the whole time. I was just confused.
I thought this was just edgy Smash Bros.
I thought. I was really confused why Ganondorf was acting like this.
Why was he yelling Roman?
Why was Ganondorf Chinese?
But yeah, I'm fully expecting them to do something or announce like something like unexpected Nintendo-y related, because they've been.
They're making Miyamoto smile
They
his
just
head off.
they just want Miyamoto to be happy.
Yeah.
I still
They're
love
like,
our
look,
theory.
Dad, look.
I love our
Video game!
we still love them. I love our theory that Ubisoft is just trying to absorb all the Japanese energy to make the best Assassin's Creed Japan game. Just absorb all the weeb energy
No,
to just
that's why
shoot
they're
it.
holding off. They're waiting for Ghost of Tsushima to be like, yes, interesting. I see what you did there.
They can take every note on what
like,
they're gonna.
Sekiro.
They're
Neo
waiting
2?
for Neo, Sekiro, and everything while gaining all the Japanese power to shoot it into
They're
the
watching as much anime as possible. This is research.
They
Get
just
out
have,
of my room.
they
Mom.
have
This
one
is
guy in the
research.
back absorbing all of the Japanese.
You guys make jokes, but Wakfu is literally just a French anime.
That was their first step. That was phase 1 of the ultimate plan.
And then
They
Wrinkly
have to
has...
find the Moonstone to make it official.
There's just gonna be this big thing where France has disappeared and it's just coming for Japan. The entire continent or country is just shooting out of Europe and making its way
You
around.
just see Napoleon Mecha just waltzing into.
You know, Napoleon mechas are pulling France on big ropes over to Japan.
So what's next?
Assassin's Dong. I'm now moving from Nintendo to Nintendo.
All right, this is where I make my escape.
There's a lot of these.
We're in the escape.
Which one am I excited? Oh, there it is. Fire Emblem.
Yeah, the fire.
And nothing else.
Why didn't I put that on the separate
Yeah, because you're bad at things.
I was bad at that. So yeah, there's a number of this.
Okay, so Astral Chain and Fire Emblem are really the only ones I'm into.
Animal Crossing!
We'll go. Okay, so first of all, part of the reason why I kept saying Smash and other things.
No,
the other
you know
ones,
what? I want Animal Crossing too, but I hope it's not like New Leaf.
What's the difference between New Leaf and the other ones?
Because like you're manager of a town, and
Okay.
I just want to like live in a town.
Okay.
I don't want to be in charge of it.
Isabel should be the mayor. She
Yeah.
deserves it. The reason why I
Crook.
kept putting Smash and stuff and everything else is because I'm like, how are they gonna fit all this in there? Because it's hard. They got a lot that they gotta cram in there, and like,
Good thing Japanese is a very efficient language.
well, like, because usually they don't do very long ones. Like the longest they did is like a half hour.
Yeah.
So like, I'm curious how they're even gonna
Maybe
like
a 40-minute direct.
fit all this in there. So like, I'm curious if they're just like, we can't just give Bethesda that thing. Just force Ubisoft to fix the Donkey Kong.
Fix the dong.
Fix his massive dong and then they throw him and it takes a while for the dong to catch up. It's like a rope.
Shut the fuck up.
I just got that image and it made me laugh. Alright, so Animal Crossing, they didn't say that there's one big game, but I could see that being one of their bigger ones.
Mm-hmm.
So Animal Crossing like sells 6 trillion units.
No, I'd totally buy it just for like, I'll check in on.
I mean, what we do is we just make huge fruit farms and just keep re-rolling our towns so that we have each a different rare and regular fruit, so that way we just pass them around and get infinite bells.
We just try to conspire to create like an
As you
economic.
can see, Nico is the monopoly man. I was about to make
Your
a joke,
nose
but I
is
stopped
growing.
myself. He made
What's
it
going
for
on?
me.
I definitely think that what I think will happen with Animal Crossing though is I think they're just gonna have a small trailer and then like an entire thing on the Treehouse stream is just gonna be all Animal Crossing.
Yes.
They're just gonna do like a full like 12
No,
hours worth
Animal
of it.
Crossing Direct. That's gonna be what's after E3.
I think they will do. Yeah, I could see them doing one for that too. I think most of these games will get directs because that's what they did in 2017, and Mario Maker already did get one.
Like I said, I'm excited for Fire Emblem because, for whatever reason, I can't escape from games where you have to pick from 3 factions. I can't escape. Help! This is a cry. I need someone to come pick me up.
No.
Mom, I'm scared.
No.
Okay.
So, Animal Crossing, dating, yay or nay?
The thing is, it's
No.
too powerful.
No, it's gonna be Fire Emblem where they have you get the villagers to hook up.
You can like have them like hang up and be friends, or then maybe some of them make horrible hybrid babies.
They're gonna have Animal Crossing schools, and then you get called in because.
My mind went to Tamagotchi life. So.
But yeah, so like I don't know much about Animal Crossing. It's one of those things that I tangentially know.
See, the thing is, the reason I don't want to be New Leaf is because New Leaf requires you to actually pay attention to what's going on, and like Animal Crossing is just sort of like a chill, just let's see what's going on.
I do think it's
everything.
I do think it's a good idea that you can like make influences on like how your town works. And
Yeah,
they could
no,
do that where
but,
like Isabel's in charge, but then she asks you for advice sometimes.
Yeah, that'd be fine, but I don't want to be like the deciding.
It's too much pressure.
Yeah, no, Animal Crossing
It's-
is the...
Just like the idea of like,
It's-
I'm not qualified for this.
It's too much fucking work. You guys have no idea. Like, each unit that you have to build, like, depending on villager requests.
I'm imagining it as like Fire Emblem. Like you're in a little town and you go to war with the neighboring
See,
nation.
no, I thought of comparing
war
it
with
to
the
My
city.
Sims, where it's just a ghost town and you have to build all the buildings.
Oh god.
Because the only
That's
Animal Crossing-
literally what it is.
I only played
Except
the
with
city
bells.
folk, but
The only Animal Crossing I've real experience with was when my friend had the DS one, and like the bus ride and stuff. He would play it, and I was gonna look at it and just be like, "Wow," because I was super young, and he'd be like, "Look, there's the floating thing. I gotta shoot it with my slingshot." And I was like, "Wow,
this is the future.
yeah."
I do remember in that game you can plant money if you had a golden shovel,
Mm-hmm.
and it would actually become a tree.
Isn't there a thing where you gotta find the money rock every day?
Yes.
Yes, there's a
Just
money
run
rock.
up and smack every rock.
Sometimes you can get even more.
Wow.
Like,
Animal Crossing's a weird game.
it's a weird game, but
I
it
love
needs
it.
to be.
It's just-
It's beautiful.
I do remember, I think PBG put it really well, where he was really excited that you can sit on stumps, and then he was like, "Okay, trust me, it's fun, okay?" as far as my brain goes, I'm like, sure thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I definitely get it. Like, that's just one of those games that I
And if
pick
you
up
want,
and-
it's probably gonna be one of their big things because that boy howdy does that thing sell well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I decapitated it. And we'll move Fire Emblem up a little bit because it sounded like that's one you wanted to talk about.
Just...
Because I'm really liking how it's looking.
Because Fire Emblem's one of, 2 turn-based games I can stand.
Yeah, the turn-based strategy stuff. I like turn-based
I mean, it's
games,
like
but I think
chess.
strategies are cool. Like,
It's all about placement rather
Mhm.
than figuring out what to do in a turn. Or,
well, there is stuff
you
like,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, move this unit here rather than, alright, this unit do this.
Yeah, well, there is that as well.
Kind of.
Because you've got to like know what
Pick
things
your
he
weapon.
has and know like who to attack and like
It's a simple triangle.
go to like
It's
do
all
other
about
things.
It's all about level design
Mm-hmm.
rather
like-
than
and, like-
numbers.
Well, there is like numbers on like what your guys are and like what's good against what and where you want your guys to go and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think it's a presentation that it succeeds very
Yeah.
well.
I'm really liking the like. It seems like you'll be at the school for a while. Like that'll be like the first like third probably, and then there'll be a time skip, and then like it'll be a bit more. It'll be a bit more
See,
normal.
One thing I am hoping though is that since it's multiple factions, I'm a sucker for that. I'm hoping one of the big deals is you join a faction and you get your best friend character in that faction.
Mm-hmm.
But if you choose another faction, that best friend character is the biggest badass you have to beat.
Fire Emblem Fates did that, where like all your friends you got to betray in one way or the other. And one thing about Fates, every single Fire Emblem game ends with like a big dragon as the final boss.
Of course.
Except for if you betray your like birth family, then the final boss is your brother, who's just extra pissed.
Yeah.
And he's got just the biggest, strongest bow and arrow, and wants to kill you good.
That's pretty good.
And like it doesn't, from what it looks like in Fates, it doesn't, or not in Three Houses, it doesn't look like the different nations hate each other. They're probably gonna hate each other by the end and go to war.
It seems like there's tension.
Yeah, there's gonna be something like that.
Please let it start like Mordhau does.
How's that start?
So Mordhau's tutorial starts pretty basic because you're just like, you got your instructor who's the most powerful being in the universe. Like, there's petitions to put him in Smash. He's that powerful. And he's like, don't worry, this is a safe, war-free zone. And then an arrow hits the guy next to you and kills him instantly. It's like, I guess the moment has passed, and the tutorial continues.
From what it looks like, it shows your character
Wait.
walking. Oh, go ahead.
And then you get to the catapult training. It's like, hit that flag, and you hit it. And it's like, hit that other flag, and you hit it. And then hit that last flag way over there. You hit the flag and knock it over a siege tower, and it's like, that was the enemy camps. War has started. Get to base now.
Whoops.
From what it looks like, the opening's gonna be you hanging out with your dad, and then your dad's probably gonna die because apparently that's
yeah.
dad's in. If it's like you and your dad gonna die.
Which factions we joining?
I like the Black Eagles.
The Eagles.
Blue Knights.
What are they? The Blue Lions, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deer.
You're a little weirdo.
I know you.
I do like how the yellow deer guy is upside down on the box art.
Wait.
They're like on each side, and he's upside down shooting his arrow
Oh,
like a
You should,
goofer.
like, haha.
I do like
He's the special
you're
friend.
joining the band of the Blackhawks.
The Black Falcon's got the JoJo girl. She's got a little hat. She's got a Jotaro hat.
No, you're joining a band of the Blackhawk.
Shut
Careful
up.
how you say that.
Shut up.
Donovan's the leader
Shut
of the bunch. You know
up.
him
Well,
well.
he's finally back.
To
No,
take
he's-
Gatsu's tail.
Oh no.
Oh. Wait, which faction would that put guts on?
Blue Lions.
You just say that because you want that faction.
The only thing I
No.
don't like about Blue Lions is that the main guy's hair looks like spaghetti.
You
'Cause he's
literally are
Italian.
spaghetti.
Because he's supposed to be Italian Knights.
He's like spaghetti.
Wait, if there's... Wait. No, they'd be like English. If they have a lion.
Well, like they're in fantasy one continent land.
Yeah. Unless
So
you're
they're
a
whoever
deer.
they're-
Because deer seem like northern.
I forget the map layout. I find who's the one of them's like way bigger than the other two.
I want to say that's the blue ones, because they seem like the
It's either the blue ones or the
starting
red
off
ones.
powerful one.
Well, if I'm correct, actually the Black Eagles are like kind of the noble. Has a lot of noble guys. Like a lot of them are like from richer people.
Yeah.
And I know that the yellow deer are like mainly commoners. Like they're more like
They're
the
forced
underdogs.
folk.
Yeah. But yeah, that game's coming out pretty soon. I don't think they'll talk too much about it.
Wait, when?
It's coming out I think it's coming out in June.
Huh,
So it's pretty
that's not bad.
soon. So they probably won't say too much about it. They'll probably have one more trailer or probably do it at the thingamajig at the treehouse. And then that's it. And Mario Maker 2 was one they talked about recently.
Slopes. Moving on.
And multiplayer.
Moving on.
I really like that they got a Toadette sprite for all the old games too.
No.
It's so cute.
Oh no.
I also really do want to do a bunch of things where we just all play multiplayer in that game and just dig around and get into kerfuffles. Those multiplayer like custom made stages are gonna be silly.
Oh, it's gonna be hell.
Everybody's gonna be running around and trying to screw each other over.
It's the best way to play those kind of games.
There's also they showed that because there's the 4 original styles: Mario 1, 3, World, and New. They also showed the Mario 3D World style, but then there was a very clear extra slot and it said extra styles. And there's 3D World and a blank space, so it's pretty obvious there's gonna be one more.
Galaxy?
The thing is, I would say like no, that's 3D, but they already reconverted a 3D game. I could see it being, or either that or Mario Bros 2.
Yeah.
Mario Bros 2 seems more likely, but in my brain I'm like, could you imagine Odyssey? Like you could throw and be the different dudes.
Yeah.
That gets silly fast in a creator game like that.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
And then Luigi's Mansion.
And then Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. I
I
don't know anything about it.
Well, you guys have played Luigi's Mansion, right?
Remember we all played it that one time?
Yeah, we did. We did play it all through it
I
one
was
time.
not there.
Now, I love the first Luigi's Mansion, and I think the second one's pretty good too. A lot of people are kind of negative Nancy's on the second one, but I think it had a lot of cool ideas. It had like more puzzle solving and really fun, like some fun ideas. Like there's things where he sucks up onto a thing and it like carries him over to a different area. Like he's on like a conveyor belt type thing.
Okay.
And lots of different like solving mansions around or solving puzzles around the different mansions. It looks like this one's going to be kind of like a combination of both of them, with like a really tall mansion that has like a bunch of things kind of going through it. If it's not released on Halloween, I'll be upset. Or in October.
That'd be stinky. Drop your phone.
And Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah, you guys have fun.
Who's part of the Sobble gang?
Sobble. Sobble all the way.
You're both sad sacks of shit.
Who are you getting?
Score bunny.
Well,
If
get
he
ready.
becomes a fighting type, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Enjoy your soccer playing monkey, bunny that's gonna get discombobulated by our watery ways.
We don't even talk about the monkey.
Nobody cares about Grooky. Grooky feels like a racial slur.
Considering that Gollywog is, Ricky wouldn't be too far behind either.
I feel like I don't want to say Grooky because I feel like I'm gonna get thrown in
Stop
jail.
being such a groupie. Ow!
That sounded like you actually hurt.
You cock.
Shut up.
Link's Awakening.
I think they're gonna show some new stuff about the remake because there's gonna be some like something different about it. Because they've only shown like the very newer stuff for it, as opposed like the very remakey stuff for it.
Yeah.
All that really matters is that they either make the ending like the original game, or they take it on a completely different tangent entirely.
Why were you were talking about that, and I don't get why you're.
Because in the color version, the ending is completely different.
She's a gull instead of an angel, right?
Yeah.
Why is that like a point of contention? That just seems like a very
Because
minor change.
Instead of being able to see the world forever, she just turns into a fucking bird.
Well, I figure that means that it's like the dream was somewhat reality, because like her whole motif was birds and stuff. So I think it symbolically is like showing that she is a part of the real world or something.
She's gonna turn into a butterfly this time.
She's gonna turn into a waifu. That was already
No.
the case. Link's Awakening is a cool ass little game though. It's like
I've never seen anything about it.
it's one of the weird Zeldas. It was the first portable one, and it's just got stuff like Goombas
Is it
are just in there.
a pure perfect masterpiece like Link to the Past? There's
It's
nothing wrong with that
it's
game
one of the
ever.
best. It's one of the best 2D Zelda games.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a gap bridge between seasons and ages.
Well, it was before both of those.
Really?
Yeah,
Seasons and Asian.
Link's Awakening is the first Zelda game.
Really?
The first portable Zelda game. It was for the Game Boy.
Oh.
Didn't have Yoshi and Chain Chomp.
Yoshi, Chain Chomp. There's like a Mario's
So they
in
just
there.
didn't care. I guess.
Kirby's in there.
Guess they just didn't
Yeah,
care.
it's just a weird game.
It's the new Smash.
It's the precursor to Smash.
Yeah.
Basically,
Uh,
it was just this weird kerfuffle, and I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna do something. They're either gonna have like some crazy different dungeon, maybe do some like Force Sword stuff. I could see them trying
That
that,
would be solid.
but I think they're gonna do something with it. And then Hollow Knight Silk Song is another one.
so like 2 people are interested in this.
And what, Hollow Knight Silk Song?
Yeah, in this room.
Okay,
In this Hive.
I was gonna say, of all like that game is looking real good because like
I mean-
they just accidentally made a new game.
Yeah, that's the entire point here, is that...
Didn't they just pull a Shovel Knight?
Pretty much.
Basically, well, like even bigger because it's just like, oops, we just made a sequel by accident.
Oops, new game.
Could you imagine? You go through all the trouble of setting up a Kickstarter. Your game passes, and you're like, yeah, this stretch goal where we're gonna make a DLC about our waifu bug. And then waifu bug just gets our own game.
Yeah, they just kept going, and like the reason I put this here is also, if I'm correct, it's like a timed exclusive for Nintendo.
I can't hear timed exclusives without feeling sick to my stomach.
Well, if I'm correct, like it's like it might launch on Switch before PC, or it's launching on both of them, and they're gonna worry about Xbox and PS4 later. So, like, if I'm correct, Nintendo's also like funding a little bit of it because they've like that's been a buddy relationship, and I guarantee you they're gonna highlight it there because it's been such a buddy relationship.
Okay.
That's one that a lot of people kind of forgot, but I'm excited because Hollow Knight was like the best Dark Souls game. I didn't expect it to be the best Dark Souls game, but it was the best Dark Souls
I
game.
think it's the best Castlevania is the word you're looking for.
No, it's the best Dark Souls game.
Yeah.
It has more in-depth lore than Dark
I
Souls.
think Cuphead's a pretty good Dark Souls game.
Dude, my favorite's Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I think
What
Far Cry is a
fucking
pretty good Dark
bowl
Souls
did
game.
you guys smoke to think that
What's your
Crash
fa-
Bandicoot
What's your
and
favorite
Dark Souls are related?
What's your favorite Dark Souls game? Is it Spyro? Or is it
It's Battletoads.
My favorite Dark Souls game is Super Mario Land 2, Legend of the Six Gold Coins.
my favorite is God of War.
How about Mario
You guys are
RPG?
fucking killing
My
me.
favorite Dark Souls is Legend of Zelda.
My favorite is Pac-Land 2 because that game's stupid hard.
My favorite Dark Souls is Rugrats Royal Ransom. Okay, moving on.
Astral Chain.
As-
I'm really excited for that game.
Yeah.
Everybody
What
is.
even?
I have no idea why I'm excited.
Well, part of it is, it seems like it will kind of be like
The
I
reason
know
I'm excited because it's platinum.
I know Nier is like a somewhat open world kind of game where like there's like a big hub area where you
Yes.
can run around. It looks like it's gonna be like that, and it's because it looks like you're gonna be in like the big city and you can solve like small crimes because you see like a random dude running away and he does the thing where he moves the chain around him to catch his legs, and it's so cool. And like you can get your different types of stands to do your stand cop work.
Because it seems like they saw Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and saw that like being close to your stand makes you stronger, and then they're like, hey, how about we make the game actually do that?
Yeah, but with a big chain and you're
How
both
about-
on
How
handcuffs.
about that was physical?
Yeah. And like, what was I thinking? Did you see the thing at the end of the actual trailer where he's just in a dog costume and he's picking up garbage? I love that.
It's good.
That's the kind of platinum. So it looks like you can do like
I
little.
can't wait to see all the really funny Twitter memes of like unarmed black man gets S ranked by police officer.
That would be a better reality at least.
Yeah. Can you imagine seeing a cop beat on an unarmed black gentleman and get a sick triple S rank?
Yeah. If it was stated that it was sadistic. Like, granted, if you saw a cop
Style and smoky
juggling and style switching, I think public perception would be a little more in his favor. At least a little bit.
Yeah. And then there would be people like, "No, don't do that." No.
At least do it to the armed white guy instead of the unarmed black guy.
Do that to the Middle Eastern guy. Come on.
I just like the idea of just in the middle of just a stupid joke, someone in the background. No.
So, I know that it isn't in the topic chain. Are we gonna see Shin Megami Tensei 5?
I was
at
in
all?
the other part down
When
here
did
where
the
I said
Lost
might show up. The might show ups for Shin Megami Tensei because that was announced like 7 years ago or something. That was announced in like early 2017. Maybe that'd be
Shin
a
Megami
good idea.
Tensei is literally JoJo.
Are we going to see Big Penis Man?
I want to see big penis.
And yeah, they did show one trailer for that game a while ago. It's like that little teaser trailer thing, where like a bunch of winged things.
What is Shin Megami Tensei?
I don't know.
Okay.
You know that you know that funny game with the funny purse owners?
No.
Persona.
Oh.
I thought you got it, but you were just being
That was
an
a
idiot.
spin-off.
Yeah, if I'm correct, it's like Persona, but everything's really rough for everybody involved.
Okay.
I know, like, the mascot for it seems to be Jack Frost.
Yeah.
There's actually 3.
I know.
Jack Frost, Jack the Ripper, and
Jack jumps over
Jack,
the candlestick.
Nega Jack? Blackjack?
Jack
I
Black?
can't remember the third one.
I'm pretty sure
He doesn't show up in Persona 5, which is
Shablinsky
like...
Games.
I'm pretty
Shut
sure
the fuck up about
I've never
it.
seen pictures of, like, a black one.
Blackjack.
Out of context, do you have any idea what you just fucking said?
Please make
Absolutely.
that. Please make that the cold open to this.
That'll be the description.
Remember, I don't talk much, but when I do,
It's gold.
it is.
And then
And Bayonetta 3, the thing is, we might date this podcast because I think Hideki Kamiya said Bayonetta 3 news could drop as early as next week.
Bayonetta 3, more like Bayonetta gotta pee.
She's probably into that.
You do remember, she is walking around in just her hair.
Does it stop?
But if
What would
this
you
video
do
is
if there's an option
She
for
needs to
Bayonetta 3 to
invest
just
in
make her
some
a guy?
shaving.
oh no,
But
She
she
needs
was really
to
cute.
shave.
no,
What if he was really cute?
no? The further you go, the more no.
I think you're the only one into that.
Cease. But this video might be super dated because they might just show footage of it like tomorrow or something.
Dated more like.
Rated 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Also ports, there's probably gonna be a Metroid Prime Trilogy port.
Oh, I need that so bad.
So long as you can turn off the waggling for 3, I'll be sick.
The what?
The waggling.
Oh, well, I don't think they could do that.
I just wanted to control like an actual shooter.
You don't want to do the thing when you open the doors every time.
It's so fucking buggy.
It is, but I kind of love it just because
Eh,
just because Samus's hand is like.
Samus forgot how to do things because she's too busy shoving her fat fucking gun in everyone's mouth.
Or that thing where you gotta do the grapple hook on guys with shields and you just go like.
It's just like, yeet! And then the fucking TV breaks.
That's a loud ass yeet. To turn that down.
Probably woke somebody up with that.
Nah, he's still big sleep. And the other one that my soul can't handle because it's also in the bold ones. My boy Pikmin 3 might happen. And someday my baby boy's gonna come home. Pikmin 3 was 2013.
Are you gonna be okay?
Fucking cry about it, you weirdo.
Every night. He said they were almost
I
done
think we'll get,
in 2015. It's been so long. But I hope they do at least a fun port. What I want is a Pikmin trilogy, but that's probably not going to happen. But like, if they did that, it'd be like, oh, my babies. My baby boy. I love you all.
Your deep voiced baby boy.
Please put footage of Olimar talking in.
I love Olimar talking. Okay, why did I put third party stuff in general? They might do like some weird surprise, like bet you didn't expect this because it was gonna be dead, but we funded it for no reason. Because sometimes they do that, and it's weird.
Okay.
What, you mean like Metroid Prime 4?
Well, no, I mean like Bayonetta 2.
Oh.
How it was gonna be dead, but then like they were like, we funded it because we had a
Felt
weird
like it.
day.
We felt like it.
We're having a weird day.
And it worked.
Tax write-off.
And then this is gonna be the last time I say this because I've said this for the past like 5 E3s. This is the last chance for Retro's game. And normally I'd say I think it's dead. But when Reggie retired, Retro Studios gave him a whole bunch of like parting gifts. And one of them was a picture of him, a drawing of him next to like Samus and Donkey Kong and all the characters that they worked on. Someone else gave him a statue of Mario that he put in front of that picture. And right next to it, you can see this little robotic hand poking out and waving from behind this Mario statue.
It's just Chibi Robo.
It is not. It doesn't match any of hands from anything that's been like released like that. And Chibi Robo doesn't have fingers. This guy does.
Wait, who's Retro?
The people who made Metroid Prime Trilogy and the Donkey Kong Country games. Or the
Okay.
Donkey Kong Country Returns games.
Okay.
They're batting like a perfect hundo average. But they only make a game every like 5 years. So they like go into their cave and work for like a millennia and then come out and it's golden. And they have not made a game in a really long time. And I've been saying every time, like, we'll probably see it this time. We'll probably see it this time. But then Metroid Prime 4 died, and they're the ones that are going to bring it back, so it's now or never. Either that game died to save Metroid, which I don't think, because I don't think they'd be like, oh crap, this game is on fire. Let's give it to those guys whose game is also all on fire. It doesn't make sense to me.
What an odd situation.
Yeah, but just little robo hand guy is making me like, okay, now things got complicated. Because it's like, what is this? Like, there was a rumor, like, for like a year that they're working on like a Star Fox game. But that also wouldn't make sense because that would mean they were working on the Star Fox game since before Star Fox Zero was started working on. And that'd be weird to work on a spin-off for longer than a mainline game and like longer than it's been out. That'd be really weird. But maybe it's one that I'm like, maybe someday. And I don't think we really I wrote a few. Oh, okay, we'll do one of the bold ones I wrote. It's been 2 years since Samus Returns was announced, the Metroid game. And I could see them making another 2D Metroid game.
Well,
Okay.
they should just skip over Super because nobody's gonna be happy.
It's
with
not going to be
remake.
they've said not a remake. What I mean is like Metroid 5.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, yeah, no, don't do any re-releases because for the love of fucking God, you're just gonna piss people off.
I'd be okay with them remaking Super, but I want them to do a new one first.
Yeah, let's worry about.
Just because I think Super deserves like a big graphical overhaul at least.
Yeah,
It's because it's a classic game.
maybe a bit more to do.
Maybe like
how
a-
they did with
Both
Samus
the other
Returns.
remakes are really good, so like
Yeah.
I'd be okay with them. But I think a Metroid 5, especially because the ending of Samus Returns, which I don't think is a spoiler to say anymore, with the Chozo guys,
Mhm.
that's clearly implying that they have new things they want to go into. And I think that I think that might be what they're kind of doing right now. It might take them a little longer, but I could definitely see that being here.
Would it be fully 2D or
I imagine.
2.5D?
Well, I imagine it would be like, yeah, I do think it would be 2.5D, yeah.
yeah, because
I would like it to be hand-drawn, but it's probably just going to be 2.5D.
yeah, unless you want a bunch of Japanese men frothing at the mouth, passed out at their desks, trying to draw all of the different ways Samus can do things.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be the first time companies have done that.
But yeah.
Are they gonna bring back the run button though?
I was like, oh yeah, the Super does have a run button. And it's really weird. And yeah, I hope because Fusion leads into a perfectly easy plot to do. Just they're hunting you down, and you gotta fight your.
I mean, at
buddies.
the end of the day, fucking the Federation is just another faceless fuck you kind of deal.
Yeah.
That should just go and stay go. She should have never have been a fucking...
Well, she didn't know they were that evil.
At the same time, with a name like the Federation, they ain't got no extra tag.
Better than the Space Pirates. I'd say it's marginally better than them. If you had to go like, hey Nico, do you want to hang out with me, the Space Pirates, or go to those guys, the Federation? And
I don't know.
The Space Pirates had a big pterodactyl holding a little knife.
To be fair, Space Pirates do sound kind of badass.
They sound kind of badass, but they also experiment on each other a lot. I love that they experimented on recreating the morph ball by just sticking people little, and they were like, "Ah, crap, it didn't work."
Fuck off! That's not real.
That's how they did it.
It can't be real.
In one of Prime things, if you scan it, they says that they were testing the morph ball, and they just shrunk them and it crushed like them, and they were like, "Ah, crap, that didn't work." The Space Pirates are doofy idiots. There's one note that literally just says, "Don't feed the Metroids treats, you idiots." And you see one where one's just floating in a thing of Metroids because he fell in like a doofus. I love the Space Pirates.
They're a bunch of idiots led by a pterodactyl.
Yeah, it's just a big pterodactyl. That was a good impression of Fusion Ridley. And then I'll skip some of the other ones, and then we'll just get to Smash.
Yeah, no. I
don't
want to talk anymore about Smash.
They will definitely show it here. It'll probably be one of, like, if they announce a Microsoft character at Microsoft, they'll probably show like a Square one here, or something else, or whoever other rumors there are. I was gonna tell you guys about one of the theories. That's because it's really interesting, but we don't have much time, so I won't go into it. I'm betting also they're gonna have one character be available now. They've done that before. Just be like, you can download them right now, and then the eShop's gonna be giga dead.
You mean like when they released Joker?
Yes.
And like it literally broke the
It
eShop.
shattered. But partially because Joker was also announced the day before. Like, they really showed him. It was the day before he came out.
That really upset me because that was around the same time that the Fate game released its swimsuit outfits. I couldn't get them.
Yeah, that didn't stop you. You got them.
Oh, I got more than that.
Did I tell you that when my friend went into he got Joker first, and then like after a couple hours of me still trying, I see him playing Fortnite, and I got real mad at him.
I don't blame you.
I was just like,
he was playing it on a Switch.
yes,
Of course.
and then it even better. I felt like I was being T-posed at. Because like I think we all kind of mentioned characters that we would really want, like Banjo. That you guys said, like Doom Guy. The thing is, I've already ascended because I got Ridley, so I can only be so invested in anything else.
No,
because
now everything you want won't happen.
True. Oh no, I got Simon Belmont, who was my second most wanted, so I double one.
And then like your third was King K. Rool.
I was never huge on him, but I was like, add him because it'll make people happy. And then everybody was happy.
He was one of those characters where I never thought about it, but then I saw him in action. I was like, why didn't they do this earlier?
Yeah.
He just got bitch slapped by
I love that. But like, because like I'm already on my like, I've already won, do what you must. So like everybody else can squabble. I got my mid-tier character. But he's fun.
What if they had Duke Nukem?
Whoa.